Is everybody in? Is everybody in? The ceremony is about to begin. Wake up!
Welcome back. I'm just not going to do got us a bell for a 500 team. I wasn't know.
Series victory.
I mean, all right. Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Woo. Good morning, everybody.
Problematic. I get it.
It is very problematic to give guttural yell, in my opinion. We are Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fan. Great to be here with you on a Monday. Well, listen, this is pretty exciting for us. We've got, I'm Woodsy, by the way. We've got our pal Kyle, who's going to be filling in for Paulie all week. Kyle, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. I didn't realize that he over here, Kyle, was such a dictator. I want you to relax. Don't worry about him. Ben Higgins is who I'm talking about. He's been barking out instructions at Kyle. Kyle's over here panicking. He's like, this got to go. All right, let him dial in, get the music going. I had no idea. Like a real quarterback in here this morning. Hey, I can't see too well. Is that Peyton Manning over there? What's happening right now?
All right, so
let this kid live a little bit.
So Kyle's going to be just fine.
Kyle, I apologize.
It's okay.
I apologize.
Hey, it's my broadcast
Now,
debut.
this is unreal.
Ben's a little stressed.
If I feel like I can shepherd him a little bit while Paulie is gone and just get him comfortable for the first, few segments, I'm going to do so. You're distracting him with like 10 seconds to go stories before the show. I'm going, let the man concentrate on the job for just a couple of seconds.
Man.
He's not like Paulie where it's, autopilot, doesn't need to think about the little things. You got to let him do his job here this morning.
Listen, you screaming at him is not going to make him do his job any better.
I'm trying to be very calm.
But you're now you made me panicked because if I'm panicked and I'm a 15, almost 16 year morning show veteran, if you've got me spun out, how do you think Kyle's feeling over there?
How am I supposed to, offer tips and pointers?
I think you just relax a little
I'm
bit.
not.
You just relax. You're so on edge. Why don't you? Do we have a snort of whiskey around here we can give you to relax? Maybe Kyle too.
Yeah.
Kyle, I'm happy to have you. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
It's great to see you. So I want to know a little bit more about Kyle, if that's okay. Kyle, where are you from originally?
Here, San Diego.
Okay, born and raised.
Yes,
That'll
sir.
get you a long way with the. It's a remarkable skill to have, being born somewhere. Guy hit me the other day. Did you see? I almost peed my
I
pants.
think I missed this one.
Did you see the Instagram post?
I don't think so.
He goes, I stopped. Paulie posted something from us in Chicago. And I was like, I think it was us at the ball game or singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Guy wrote, I stopped listening to Ben and Woods because of Stephen Woods. And then he says, born and raised SD, by the way. And I go, it really took me a long time to think about because I go, well, I've never been born and raised here. So if you listened to us for a time, did you realize recently I wasn't born
I
here?
love that
and you
show.
stopped?
He was so entertaining.
He was so entertaining.
And then I found out after 5 years
he
wasn't born
He
here.
was born in Dallas. So I don't listen. And I read it, Ben. I read it over and over and over. And I go, I don't understand. So if you stopped listening to Ben and Woods, that means you did at one point listen to Ben and Woods, right? That's a fair inference to make.
I would say so.
So he did, and then he's like, and I stopped because of Stephen Woods, born and raised SD, by the way. And that was the exact quote. And I just go, and I wrote him back, and I go, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope your day gets better. But it kind of blew my mind. So Kyle, already 1 for 1 for you, born and raised San Diego.
Nice.
Where do you live?
Bonita. So
Bonita.
Chula Vista.
Okay, little, not too bad of a drive here. Probably about what we have.
The other way. Yeah.
The other way, yeah. What else? Do you have a girlfriend?
Yes.
You do? What is
Yes.
her name?
Her name's Elaine. We've been together for 8 years.
It's funny because you look like Seinfeld a little bit. A little bit. He's got like a young Seinfeld
He
look
does
to him.
have a little bit of that. I see that.
Yeah, very handsome young man. How old are you?
I'm going to be 32 this Friday, actually.
Dude,
wow.
I'm going to be 51 on Sunday.
Oh,
Happy
nice.
birthday,
Yes,
Cancer
happy
twin.
birthday.
I like this guy already. This is great. Now, you got big shoes to fill
Yes.
with Paulie in here. But listen, don't try to be Paulie. Just be Kyle. Right? Just be Kyle.
He was here very early. I got here about 15 minutes earlier than usual at like 5 a.m. He was already bright-eyed and bushy-tailed
Yep.
sitting in Paul's seat when I walked in. And he told me, I got a little nervous, little bubble guts for, doing this whole week. He's used to being in the studio running like Padres games,
Yep.
but he's by himself.
a little different.
So now he's sitting in here with us for 4 hours, which has got to be a challenge.
Yeah.
Both
Well,
of
especially
us.
when a guy's screaming out instructions at him right when he sits down.
You act as though you aren't the one that makes everybody in this building the most nervous when you're around.
I mean,
You're clearly the one that has the most people on edge
I was
in probably all of Odyssey, if I'm being honest with you.
I was just trying to make him feel comfortable before his first big Ben and Wood show.
I mean, when Adam walks in, who makes him nervous? You. When the sales staff, you're the one that makes everybody nervous.
Adam sent out the email over the weekend that said, we talked about the haircut, right? We talked about not the haircut. We talked about the headshots last week, and Adam is asking us all to get headshots tomorrow after the show. And he called me and said, I know you guys just had this long talk about getting headshots. I know you don't want to do it because I'm not a dictator. I'm not like Ben. I'm not going to make you do these headshots. So I go, okay, well, let me think about it. I'd like my hair to grow out before I do a headshot, but, it is what it is. Sitting there Friday night, and there's a long email that's to all the staff, and it's the schedule. Hey, we're doing this Tuesday. The dictator said, I'm not going to dictate when you do it. Then he gave us the date in which we were doing it. All I wrote back is oh, boy, kill me. Like I was just making a joke. He wrote back, I never said you had to do it. Do it or don't do it. I don't care.
Ooh, passive aggressive.
I wrote back, I go, hey, I'm joking. Relax. I said relax in the email. Never heard back. So I don't know where he and I stand today. We are supposed to have conversations this week about contract stuff, but I don't know. I don't know if I am in the best headspace or if he is either.
Should we include Kyle in the headshots tomorrow as like a Paulie substitute?
How about this? He stands in for me. He's
Ben
Woods.
and Woods.
He's Woods. So
He's
yeah,
got good hair. I mean,
He does.
put his hair on you.
Oh, I'm
I
set.
feel like you'd be in really good shape.
I am set.
I mean, Paulie put the broccoli cut on you last week,
Look
but
pretty
you put-
good.
I think we'd all take Kyle's hair right now.
Oh yeah, it's thick. It's like thick and wavy. What would you call it?
It's almost not quite flock of seagulls, but it could get there.
Yeah.
Definitely need a
You
haircut.
could definitely do it. No, it looks good. It's like a throwback.
So he was here early. He
Got some
said,
good lettuce.
I don't mind getting up early, but I'm not really a morning person. And I said, nobody is.
No,
There's nothing.
my wife is.
Well, okay, your wife may be the one,
She
but
is.
there's no one who really naturally gets up before 5 a.m. and it feels normal.
Right.
Even after so many 8 years of doing this, it's still a little weird to get up as early as we do. So
Yeah, it is odd.
don't feel bad about that. You'll You'll start to sort of get used to it by the end of the week, but you really won't. And then the next time you're here, you'll have to do it all over again because you never really get used to getting up that early.
My goal is to get Kyle very sharp on the radio so that when I go on vacation, he can just fill in for me. Not in the producer role. He could just sit in Woods' chair and
he's a true utility piece.
yes, like a real Fernando Tatis Jr.
He can host liners like me.
That's what I want.
Take on Woods over there. Take on Kyle.
Kyle, what was the thing that got you into the very low-paying, non-secure field of local radio in 2026? What pushed you over the edge?
The rocket ship.
Yeah, the just
radio.
absolute space shuttle.
Honestly, I just love sports. I love producing. I love everything about this.
Yeah.
So it's just, I was an avid listener beforehand.
To
so I
whom?
listened to you guys a lot.
You did? Okay.
And one thing you said was stuck with me, and
Oh,
it was
thank you.
love what you do. Doesn't matter how much you get paid.
Oh, I love
And
that.
I
Boy,
was
I've
like,
changed my tune on that. I have really, that was all BS, by the way.
Is that what's going to
Well,
happen in
hey,
our
I
contract negotiations this week?
and
Because
ran
you're
with
out
it.
then. If
I
that's
took it and ran with it.
Kyle, you must have been in high school when I said that because I do not believe that
if you
anymore.
go into our boss's offices and goes, I love what I do. It doesn't matter how much I'm getting paid. I don't want you in these negotiations.
Adam's like, perfect. Sign here then. Kyle, when did I say that?
It's a long time ago.
Long time ago. Because I
Probably
don't feel
keeps
that
all
way.
audio except that one he's never
Yeah,
played
no,
again.
we got to go back and save it.
So you're basically telling me that it's my fault that you're going to be schlepping through life like the rest of us in this business.
I'm happy with it.
Good,
so.
man. Well, I'm so glad you're here, dude. And we did request you personally for this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did.
I didn't know that.
We absolutely
I
did.
appreciate that.
Well, listen, doesn't have as much to do with you as it does the alternative would have been Adam. So, I mean,
So you didn't really have an option.
I
is
didn't.
What you're saying.
I mean, I had options. Those were my options. And in that scenario, I know who I'm going with, and he's sitting here in front of us. So,
thank
Kyle,
you.
welcome to the family. I know the tier ones will treat you well, and if they don't, we will attack them viciously.
We will learn more about Kyle as the week goes on, but I think everybody wants to know, how did your Saturday go? When we last left on Friday, Woods was getting prepared to fly his kids to DFW, Dallas, Fort Worth, and then drop them off with his parents, go back into the airport, and get back on a flight to San Diego. Now, there's a lot that can go wrong with a travel day like that. Both ends, when you got two flights in one day.
Yeah.
How did it go taking your kids to Texas?
All in
and
all,
returning to San Diego.
Listen, all in all, I would give it a 0 out of 10 experience. not really because anything went super wrong. It was just a really, really, really long day. And
You think?
my kids were awesome. They were perfect on the plane. They were so excited to see their grandparents and their cousins. And so we get out on time. We make it to the airport on time, get through security, no problem. Both kids remembered their names this time, so I didn't look like a sex trafficker.
That's security.
Yeah, the security looking at my kids and, what is your name? Taylor says, he looks at me as Taylor. I go, yeah, you got it this time, buddy. Because last time he said his middle name, which doesn't match the ticket. And so I passed with flying colors there. We get through, we get some breakfast, and we're just chilling. We got plenty of time. We get on the plane and we get dialed in. And then the flight leaves, and we're up and down, man. Piece of cake. And we walk out. My parents are there in baggage claim with my cousins to meet us. And the kids run up to my nephews and jump on them, and they're so happy to see them. And my dad had this, luckily, my dad saved me. He had this big-ass red Target bag full of baseball cards. Some the ones that I had not gone through in his attic. So he's like, this is it. This is all we got. I'm like, all right, thank you. So he gives them to me. So I know what I'm doing for the next couple hours. So I have to go back through security. I was debating whether I tell this story or not, but I think I might as well. So my reuniting with my family was all of 1 minute. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Love you. They got a 2-hour drive back. The kids are like, great, go. We were ready.
And they've got not only your kids, but they've got your brother's kids as well.
It's
He's not there either.
No, it's called Gabby Camp.
All right.
And they call her Gabby.
And he's got two also?
Yeah, he's got two boys.
So four kids, all with grandma and grandpa.
Ages 5 to 14. 5, 8, 12, 14, or 10, 14. No, 12. So I got my baseball cards, and I go back to security. You know what I realized? Oh, the World Cup was here. It was here in Dallas.
Right.
Wow, security lines sure are deep. Get in line, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. So I finally get up to where I can see everything. And I look over, and my neck had been killing me. It's been hurting me a lot recently. I don't know what it is.
We had 2 flights to Chicago last
and
week,
it just
and now
killed
you got
me.
another one, and now
And
you're going back.
I was a wreck. So I'm sitting there, and I can see everything, and I see people going through security. You know when they have to grab some of your stuff and look through it and all that? Well, somebody had left behind a really nice neck pillow on the metal table back in security. And I was hawk-eyeing this neck pillow for 20 minutes. So somebody left it and they didn't come back for it. So I get up. I get through security. Well, they flag my bag of baseball cards. And so now I have to wait while the guy looks through it, resets.
Inspect every single one.
Every card. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this neck pillow. And I'm looking at it. And I know those things are like $80. And I go, huh. And I'm looking, no one's come back. I've had eyes on this thing for 20 minutes.
It doesn't mean that you.
So I'm looking at it. I'm looking.
Right.
And I keep looking to see if anybody comes back for it. So I'm waiting for the guy to go through my cards. So I kind of backpedal to the metal table, grab it, pick it up. Looks good. Looks brand new. And I go, what's to stop me from just somebody clearly left this and they're probably on their way to Idaho as we speak. Why wouldn't I just take this and strap it to my bag and use it on the plane so that my neck doesn't hurt anymore? So I grabbed it. And then I put it back. And then I grabbed it again. And then I put it back again. Because I looked up and there's cameras everywhere. And I thought the minute I walk outside, let's say I strapped it to my backpack. And the minute I stepped out, dude, that's my neck pillow. Officer, right? I saw it. I saw it all unfolding. I saw security coming down to meet me at my gate. Sir, we noticed you grabbed a neck pillow that was not yours. I pictured it all. I didn't end up buying one either. But I thought about that neck pillow and the heist that almost was.
Oh, so first of all,
it was a very Ben move, to be honest.
I think no, it isn't actually, but
it is. It would have been. This is just sitting here. You've done this with food off the ground.
It's not. That was my food. It wasn't your neck pillow. It was someone's neck pillow, and
they forgot it.
They certainly had the right. I mean, they may have had an hour and a half wait and still come back for it in 25 minutes to come get it.
That's why I didn't take it.
So it has to stay there like a lost and found until someone at the end of the day, maybe there's a way to claim, unused neck pillows. But I think your thought that they're going airport security is that much on the ball that they're going to track the cameras and find you. I mean, they've got a lot on their plate already.
Here was the problem. And I figured it out. Had I wanted to take it, I should have just walked up confidently, grabbed it, strapped it to my backpack. Like it was mine all along.
Correct.
I'm looking around over my shoulder. I'm backing up to it. I'm holding it a little bit. I'm feeling it. Act like it's yours, and it's yours. I'm going to walk out, and if a guy said, hey, that's my neck pillow, it's not yours, pal. This is mine. I've had this for 3 years, right? But I didn't take it. A lot
of neck pillows look the same, buddy.
This one didn't. This one was now normally if it was just one of those turd neck pillows filled with little balls, and we've all seen those. They're like $10, the real cheap ones. Dude, this one was like the Cadillac of neck pillows. Yeah, I'd never seen one like this before. And I went, man, how could somebody leave this behind? And so I didn't take it. It could have been cocaine stuffed in it for all I know. I have no idea. So I which would have been awesome to get that home, but I said, you're a grown man. You're not stealing someone's neck pillow, but the devil is still on the shoulder.
But you
love
overpaying for
things.
I do. You can overpay for a neck pillow at Brookstone inside the airport.
In a heartbeat.
Easily.
In a heartbeat.
I'm sure they had a $140 neck pillow with your name
but I didn't do it.
all over
I didn't do it, and I didn't buy one, but I did. I went, I got some food, my Papados, my beloved Papados. They have 4 locations. All
Four
closed.
Locations in the airport, and they were all closed.
All closed. Every one of them.
This was Saturday afternoon, evening.
Saturday afternoon, evening. All 4.
Ooh, what's gone wrong at Papados?
No idea. There's some bad shrimp or something. So bad crabs.
Coming out of a World Cup weekend when everybody's at the airport. That's insane.
I was so mad. That's all I thought about. So I went to Sonny Bryan's barbecue, it's airport barbecue. It was fine.
They don't
I
have
hate
a
that.
smoker right
No,
there in the
they
airport,
sure
obviously.
don't,
so,
dude.
Yeah.
They sure don't. So I sat down and I ripped baseball cards for like 2 hours. Got on my plane. My plane was then delayed. So I got home, all in all, Benny. It was a really long day. Got home. I think I pulled into my house at about 9:30, 10. It was a long day, but my kids, so Hannah and I have been,
Now you're without kids.
We have no kids.
You have the freedom to be a childless couple for the next few days.
Yeah.
How has it gone so far for you?
It's gone good.
Yeah?
I had a scrimmage
Really good?
yesterday. Not that good.
Oh.
Well, I mean, she did take me in the kitchen yesterday.
Oh.
And made me empty out the pantry and the freezer and the fridge. So and the spice
I
rack.
thought we were gonna get a
She took me.
story.
She took me in the kitchen, all right. And
So she had a really good time.
she had the time of her life, vacuuming the drawers, wiping the counters. I mean, it was that's her.
Right.
That's how you seduce her, actually. So I went in and helped her do that. And then we went in bed. We got in bed. We watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
When
from
you go
the
online,
beginning to
do you
the
ever
end.
search like pantry cleaning?
Clorox is what I search. No, we watched a whole movie,
Okay.
which was awesome. We haven't done that in 8 years, and uninterrupted. We watched an entire movie, and then we went to bed and slept. You didn't really have a care in the world, but my kids are having such a good time with my parents, and they're FaceTiming us, and my parents are getting them baseball cards and you name it. And they're swimming and playing with their cousins, playing a lot of Monopoly. They're having the time of their lives, which makes it much easier for us, knowing that they're having a blast. But so, yeah, I mean, I had a scrimmage yesterday with my team that I created.
Coaching other people's kids while your kids are gone.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird, but kind of freeing a little bit, right? I didn't have to worry. And you take some of that stress away. We didn't play very well, but it was good. It's a learning experience for us. But it's been good. Now I'm gonna be missing them a lot. Probably maybe today, tomorrow, maybe the next day. But right now they're having such a good time. And yeah, just gonna hang. And we're going to Costco today. We have not been to Costco in years, and we're going to actually do it. We got the cleaned out
in Costco.
I'm going to try. They don't call it the Mile High Club. They call it the Extra Value Club. If you have sex in Costco,
The $1.50 hot dog club.
That's gross, dude. It's the Extra Value Club, not the Mile High Club. But yeah, we're going to attempt that today. But no, we're going to be down there buying up a bunch of stuff and getting dialed in for when they come back.
And then your dad brings the kids back at the end of the week
On Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be long for them. It's gonna be a really, really long one for them. It hasn't quite set in that they got 4 kids running around the house yet. But it was good, man. How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. Got to play a little golf. Actually figured something out in my game. Went down to Steel Canyon and played the back tee. Shot a 78. Alan, one of our tier ones who's on the trip, he was the GM, wasn't there yesterday. His daughter was under the weather. Hope she's feeling better, but it was good to go down there. Hadn't played that course in a long time.
So you got a free round. So you went all the way to Steel Canyon for a comped round from Alan from our trip.
It was a great time. Course was in excellent shape, Woods.
There is no one on the planet like you. Actually, there is. His name's Gary Woods, and he's my dad. So I have my dad, and then I have my young dad here. You drove all the way to Steel Canyon for a free round.
Oh, it was a great round.
You are unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Golfers know.
I get it.
You golfers know.
I get it. All right.
Frank M. Santa Cruz in our chat. I haven't seen Frank before. He says, I thought this was Padres talk. Oh, be patient.
I don't see Frank.
He's on the Facebook side of things.
Oh, Frankie.
That's where you get comments like that. We will,
Frankie, we're going to get into it now.
We will get into it. We will get into plenty of Padres talk. Good, bad, ugly. I mean,
average.
Yes,
literally average. Just an average
dead,
team.
Flat, average.
You couldn't be a more average baseball team than the one we have here.
48 and 48.
You are what your record is. Why are you in the Facebook chat?
I'm in all the chats.
Okay.
When you're in StreamYard.
Right.
You are only in one chat. I'm in all the chats.
Okay. I like the sycophant chat. That's what I like.
I know
That's what helps me.
That's what you stay in.
That's what I stay in.
Keeps your mentals okay.
I don't need to read these negative things.
We will talk Padres. We will get to our Padres. We do have a wrap up, 2 straight wins. Not going to diminish the importance of winning that series against the Toronto Blue Jays. It may just be delaying the inevitable, But Padres will head into the All-Star break just 3.5 games out of a playoff spot.
Crazy.
We will talk all about it. We will set the menu for what we've got on a Monday, and we can even look ahead to what we've got here on our All-Star week with Ben and Woods and Kyle filling in for Paulie. Paulie, have a great time on your trip to Las Vegas. I think they're heading out this morning,
Yep.
so he will be back at the end of the week. But for now, let's get into it. We'll talk to Padres baseball. Frank, just for you, coming up next, broadcasting live from our Bill House studios, We Know How, on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. And thanks to those couple of wins, our baseball team may be still in the hunt. And when your team is in the hunt, every decision matters. Preparation shows up. Mistakes get magnified. That's the same mindset people need heading into retirement. Once you're close, there's less room for error. Market downturns, inflation, or poor timing can have a bigger impact. That's why Trajan Wealth helps people prepare before it's crunch time. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors help build income and investment strategies designed to weather volatility, so you're not reacting under pressure. They're local, independent, and right here with offices in Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. So if retirement is starting to get closer, and closer is kind of a frame of mind. You could be 10, 15, 20 years out. Now is still the time to be proactive. You can start by calling 1-855-TRAJAN1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN1. Or just go online, and everything starts at TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Have a very busy Monday show. And then we've got a little bit different of a week since it's the All-Star game week and we don't have Padres games for a few days. We're going to be having some special guests coming in the next couple of days. Our All-Star week.
Yeah, excited.
As it were, I think we're going to go back and maybe play some of our favorite segments from the first half of the year now that we've hit July. Should be a fun few days. But today we're keeping it fairly normal with our regular guests and our regular Padres talk because we do have a big weekend to wrap up. We'll start with our Padres wrap up from yesterday's win over the Toronto Blue Jays coming up here in just a couple of minutes. But we need to go back. Saturday, dramatic 8-7 win with the Ty France home run. Friday was a very frustrating night for the San Diego Padres where the offense just went cold right from the basically second through the eighth inning.
Yeah, second.
First inning,
Oh.
fine. Ninth inning, good. Second through eighth inning, nothing at all against Shane Bieber and the Toronto Blue Jays bullpen. And it, put him in another bad spot going into the weekend. Had the draft take place on Saturday and Sunday. We had some comments from AJ Preller and Craig Stammen over the weekend that we want to get into as well. So
not the best quotable weekend for your San Diego Padres leadership, in my opinion.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people bristling, especially at what Craig Stammen said on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
About how he was not managing every game like it's game 7. That would be foolish, I believe was his quote. That would be foolish to manage every game like game 7.
I think he would walk that back.
I think it's okay to think that. As a manager, you do have to have the perspective that even when things aren't going well, you can't just, throw caution to the wind. You still have to get players off their feet. You still have to be careful about it.
But you don't need.
But you don't have to say it.
Yeah, it's the Josh Hader. It reminded a lot of people of Josh Hader back in the day. What do you guys want me to do? You guys want me to do everything around here? It's like, no, dude, you make an ass ton of money, and we're trying to win a World Series here. If I need you to go an inning and a third, I think you can handle it. And it was just a tough look. It's a tough look for your skipper to say something.
That being said, I thought we saw yesterday.
Yes.
The Padres play some of their smartest, best managed baseball of the season.
He managed it with a little bit of urgency yesterday too. Now, again, I don't think, back to Friday's comment, I don't think you, by making Jake Cronenworth play 3 innings of second base, qualifies as managing something like a game 7. I really don't. It didn't make a lot of sense what he did. I'd have, it would make sense if he goes, I screwed that up. I'm so fine with a manager or a player or a radio host saying, I screwed it up. I screwed that up. It got away from me. I made the wrong decision. What do you say to that? But when you say, guys, don't be stupid. I'm not going to manage this like it's a game 7. Well, if not now, when? If not now, you only got 3 games left going into the break. Then these guys trust me, you don't have any, you have 1 all-star and a ball girl. You're good. Like, you can manage that. You should have gone into that series thinking, I'm managing this like 3 game 7.
If you had played better in the first half of the season,
right,
then you can have that luxury. Like the Dodgers and the Brewers.
They don't have to
both
do
decided,
anything.
You know what? We're going to start our all-star break 3 days early.
Both got swept.
Both got swept over the weekend. And you know how much it matters? Not at all. Because they played so well in the first half that they're still comfortably, in the lead for the 2 byes in the first round of the playoffs. And it doesn't matter. They can just, shrug it off, take their time off, essentially now a week-long break, and come back in the second half and be just fine. The Padres have not given themselves that luxury where they can take their foot off the accelerator at all.
No, and those guys going in and getting swept, both of those teams. Do you think there's going to be any lingering effect in the second half? Because I don't. If the Dodgers come out and lose 10 in a row out of the chute, I'll come out and say, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe winning a couple of those games would have mattered. But I really don't think so.
They'd still probably be fine.
Probably still be in the lead.
That's the reward for playing as well as they have in the first half of the season.
Yeah, I thought it was really, for me, I don't care if he smiles. I don't care if he's not mean. I don't care. He is who he is. This is who they hired. Here's the soup. Eat the soup. But when quotes like that come out, I go, man, I don't know, dude. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. And again, like, they finished dead even. They're 500. Like, they're a very mediocre mid team.
And one of our topics, not only today, but I think all week long during the All-Star break is, what do you want to see the Padres do, with the trade deadline approaching?
Well, they actually made it worse. They made it worse.
Well, they put themselves at least close enough where you remain in limbo, at least for the next couple of weeks. You don't have to make a decision yet, but when we had Darren on Friday, and, I thought he brought a really good perspective, and he said, I think Padres fans, for the most part, understand that this team is not necessarily worth investing more prospects into. And it doesn't mean that they're going to riot against the new owners or the front office or whatever if they make what may be the smart decision to sell, or at least to not buy even more for this team. And I started asking because I saw a lot of Padres fans over the weekend. I was playing golf, and I think they kind of agree. I mean, I'm not speaking for everybody here, but I think there's a general consensus that unless we see a lot over that first road trip coming out of the All-Star break that changes our mind, that Padres fans are of a mind that you don't throw more,
good money after
bad. More prospects to try to save a season that may not be completely salvageable.
It's pretty simple to me at this point. And I saw a great tweet yesterday from a guy that goes by Dugout Dirt. He said, look at the current starting rotation. King's got a 3.41 ERA, which is 2 full runs better than anybody else on the staff almost. Sears with a 5.03 ERA. And I know, look, there's other things more, as important, if not more than ERA, but I'm just going to call it on ERA. Buehler, 5.07. Marquez, 5.02. Canning, 6.47. Guys, you're going nowhere with that rotation. You're going nowhere. You're going absolutely nowhere with that rotation. And I don't know that you have enough. Here's the problem. The guys that other teams would want will make your team worse. So if you traded Morihone and Miller, well, your bullpen sucks now. It's toast. It's done. You're not getting the job done with Matsui, Peralta, and David Morgan, Estrada if he comes back. You're not. It's not happening. So in order to get pieces that you need, you'd have to trade guys off the current roster because you don't have a huge glut of prospects that you can trade to go get 2 at least frontline starters. And I mean like Sonny Gray and some, Sonny Gray and somebody really good that's going to help you get to maybe eke in the playoffs. Now, if you get there, you're
Red
good.
Sox are on a playoff
right.
spot. They're not trading
Sonny Gray. Exactly. So
there's no one available.
I think
other than maybe Tarek Skubal, but you're not overpaying for Skubal.
And I don't think you have enough to compete with some of the other teams that may be interested. You
thought Sandy Alcantara. No, not available.
Not available.
Marlins are in a playoff spot. Red Sox are half a game out.
You want Seth Lugo? You may have enough to bring Seth Lugo back, and that's fine. You want to do that? Great.
But there's 9 other teams that also want Seth Lugo and probably can offer just as or more enticing packages.
It's when you have to be honest with yourself and you have to look at that rotation. And I think you'd be insane to think, oh yeah, Sears is going to shave a couple runs off that ERA. Buehler's going to figure it out again. Marquez and Griffin Canning. You don't have enough.
I mean, the complicating factor is both Joe Musgrove and Nick Pivetta continue to take steps forward. Positive reports again over the weekend. Scheduled to throw more intense bullpens and perhaps even start rehab assignments fairly soon. That could change the equation. I mean, especially if you got both of them back, but it remains that's a very dicey gamble that those guys are going to come back and be the best versions of themselves after not pitching in, Pivetta's case for a few months and in Musgrove's case for a couple of years,
right?
That he could come back and be the Joe Musgrove that we remember right away.
Yeah. And Commendatory says expanded wildcard created a perfect ecosystem for mid teams like the Friars. No question. And I wrestled with this myself over the weekend and I asked myself, do you want to watch this team in the playoffs? My answer is yes. I do. I want to see them in the playoffs. I do. I like playoff baseball. Call me crazy. I like to see my team make some playoffs.
There's been plenty of mid teams that have gotten into the playoffs
and have done okay.
And have done really well even.
But the thing is, can I stomach what it was in 21? Can I stomach that again of like, oh God, I'd almost rather not be embarrassed and then have maybe the national pundits and talking heads go, you know what? They went for it. They didn't have it. They retooled. And San Diego Padres are going to be dangerous next year, right? Like, I look at that, Benny, and I think we need too much. We don't have enough to get what we need. Let's be smart. If we did, the worst case scenario is you hang on to all these guys. They leave in free agency, and you're back to where you started with nothing. When all you got to spend is cash. And the new owners, they got some cash, but like, are they going to want to go out and get frontline pitching and all that? We don't have enough to get what we need, and we don't have enough currently here, in my opinion, to actually make a run. To win you can win a playoff game, sure. You could even win a 2-game series. Not out of the realm of possibility. What is beyond that? I don't know. I don't know, and I just don't think we have enough. And I do think the fan base would understand They wouldn't be happy about it, but I think they would understand, especially if you got back massive pieces to the future. But I did see some recently, guys were going back to old trades of relievers and kind of laying them out. And you saw the packages you got back. They're okay. They're okay. And
But not game changers.
I realize Mason Miller is a game changer for a team. That being said, it would have to choke you. The package, you'd have to go, oh my God, are these guys out of their minds? Yeah, we're going to have to do that deal. They would have to choke you on the other end of the line. You'd spit your water out and go, all right, dude.
You're listening to everything. And with AJ, he always is.
He always does. Win, lose, or draw, whatever. But I just don't feel I don't feel this team has enough right now.
We will be talking all about it. Our baseball coverage on 97.3 The Fan is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi, one price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity, imagine that. In our 7 o'clock hour, don't do this at 7:20. Rob Manfred, you had one job. Craig Elston will join us at 7:35 to talk both Padres, World Cup. We're down to the final four. Chalk. The 4 top-ranked teams in the world are the 4 teams remaining at the World Cup. We'll discuss that with Craig Elston coming up at 7:35. All guests on Ben and Woods appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking, it's better. In our 8 o'clock hour, take on Woods at 8:20. 8:35, our Linsider, Dennis Lynn, to wrap up the first half of your San Diego Padres. And then on our 9 o'clock hour, we've got our MLB Reach Around. We're also going to be giving away some tickets to see Alice Cooper at Cal Coast Credit Union Amphitheater.
Like Alice Cooper?
The Alice Cooper in November. So we got some early tickets to give away coming up later in the program today. So that's what we've got on the menu. Let's check traffic. And then when we come back, the Padres grab up of a second straight and series win over the Toronto Blue Jays next here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 97.3 The Fan Traffic Center, here's your latest traffic update.
Leaving National City on the 805 in the northbound direction, you'll start tapping those brakes from before 43rd Street to just after the 94. Rest of the way is looking pretty good as you make your way toward the 8. I'm Abby Curlett, Odyssey San Diego Traffic.
Brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always buy.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You hear what I'm saying? It's like better than losing. Are you ready?
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres wrap up
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open. Day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
1-2 in the air, deep to right field. Fernando back towards the porch, looking up. This one gonna go. It's a birthday blast for Nathan Lucas, and a 1-0 Blue Jay lead here in the first. First pitch to Cronenworth, line over the shortstop. Jimenez into left and a base hit. Machado will score to tie the game, and Jake Cronenworth has made it 1-1 here in the second. 3-1, and Song takes outside ball 4. That's a bases loaded walk, and the Padres go ahead 2-1. Jackson steps back and takes a strike at the top of the zone. 0-1, and a balk has been called. Merrill, I think, called for it, and he got it from the plate umpire. So we've had a bases-loaded walk to bring home 1 run, and now it's going to be a balk to bring home another, and it's 3-1 Padres. And this one's in the air, deep to left field. Sheets is backing up towards the corner, and it's going to go. Second balcony, Western Metal. Ernie Clement, the All-Star, with his 8th home run of the year. And it's a 2-run game-tying shot, 1-0. And Clase laces it into center field. Merrill charging, has to play it on a hop. It falls down in front of him. Varsho will come in to score, and the Blue Jays are back ahead. It's 4-3. Here's the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Machado swings, laces it into center field. That's a base hit. Bogart's rounding third on his way. Varsho's throw will go to second, and a tie game here in the 8th. Now the infield in. 1-1 pitch in the air to right center. That'll get the run home at least. Varsho back onto the warning track, reaches up to make the catch. Bowen tags and scores, and the stolen bases set up the rally. Padres back ahead, it's 5-4. Miller said, here's the 0-2 pitch. Guerrero swings and misses, strike 3. Chased a slider in the other batter's box, and thanks to a late rally, the Padres will go into the All-Star break, winners of 5 out of their last 8, and at 500 for the season. a 5-4 win over the Blue Jays here this afternoon.
Feels fitting. The Padres get to go into the break at 500. Played a really good baseball game today, especially there in the 8th. Some good feels as these guys get some rest.
Big homestand for us right there to finish it off with a winning record and the first half at 500. You know, it's just a good taste in our mouth we can think about for the next 4 days and then get back after it on Friday.
How would you assess the type of baseball that you guys are playing heading into the All-Star break, maybe reflecting on the homestand specifically?
Yeah, last 2 games come to mind as just fight, you know, like never give up. And very easily we give up that run in the 8th inning and we could just shut down. And, you know, Bogey fought some pitches off and bleeded one in there and then, you know, has the initiative to steal second base. Gets on second base, and Manny's starting to swing it like Manny does and drives him in. And then Jace Bowen, you know, will steal third. Just a big inning, like a lot of contributions from a lot of different people. I think hopefully the players are starting to feel what their role is on the team and how they're going to help us win. And when guys start doing that and leaning into those roles, leads to a lot of team victories.
Yeah, Padres did play a good game yesterday, as Tony Gwynn said there in the final call of the 5-4 win over the Toronto Blue Jays. Weird game as well. So they're down 1-0 in the bottom of the second after the Lucas home run. And they get 4 straight guys on base, 3 hits to start the inning. They're tied up 1-1 on the Jake Cronenworth RBI single. And then the weirdness breaks out. Seung-Won Song's at the plate, and Gossman can't find the zone. It's down, 3-1. And he's got this pitch that is down, may have ticked the bottom of the zone. Song thought he was walked, then realized he wasn't, tries to call for the challenge. And home plate umpire Jen Powell says, too late, doesn't give it to you. Chirping from the dugout. Steven Souza, usually the one who's been leading a lot of that. Sometimes it's Ryan Goins, but Souza, I believe, gets ejected for the second time. Yep. They show the replay, and it did light up the zone. So it would have been a bad challenge had it been allowed. Weird. He ends up walking on the next pitch. So the Padres kind of a win-win situation there. They take the lead. And then the really weird one is the balk called with Jackson Merrill at the plate on Kevin Gossman, who I think had switched to the windup, right? After the bases were loaded.
Yeah, but you have to let him know. So maybe you didn't let him know.
Oh, is that what it was?
Probably what it was.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
because you do.
know.
I remember that being called before.
Yep.
If you don't announce you're going back to the windup. Yep. So Jackson pointed it out. It seemed as though the umpires had missed it. And then, because she called a strike on the first pitch, and he pointed at something, and probably what you were saying. He said he didn't announce he was switching to the windup, and she realized, you're right. They discussed it a little bit, and the balk was upheld. Schneider came out and argued, but in that case, maybe it was right. Padres with the 3-run bizarre inning that turned out to be a huge difference in the game. But I thought, and we can talk a little bit about later in the game after they tied it up and what happened in the 8th inning, which I thought was one of the better innings for the San Diego Padres. And it started with Adrian Morejon giving up the lead. But what was, I think, impressive, Jackson Merrill had a chance to go all out and try to dive and save the tie in that situation. And he decided, I think correctly, I'm not going to do that. We're going to give up the run, but I'm going to try to keep it to 1 and give us a chance in the bottom of the inning to come back. That's a hard thing to do when your team, you know, you need a win, you need a series win badly. Things haven't gone well for you in the first half. It generally makes players try to do too much, like make the hero play that they shouldn't be making. It was a very mature decision by Jackson Merrill, and it paid off in the bottom of that inning when the Padres did, in fact, rally for 2 runs. And as Craig Stammen said, really just team baseball in that inning to score both of those runs.
I mean, Mudd would not stop talking about the AB that Manny put together. It was very special, very, very special at bat to drive in that run, Ben. And you got the feeling when they tied it up there. Yeah, of course you had that feeling when they gave it up, in the previous half inning.
Yeah.
That, here we go again. To come back and battle, and Mason comes in and just bullies them, and it's over.
I mean, good base running, good situational hitting by Ty France to get the deep fly ball. A lot of good stuff in that inning. You see more of that, we wouldn't be talking about this team as potential sellers at the break. We need more of that in the second half. We will talk about it and the draft and some of the comments from the brass over the weekend next with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Hour number 2 on a Monday morning. Ben and Woods. Got Don't Do This and Craig Elston coming up, but we have plenty more Padres baseball to get to as the team heads into the All-Star break. Saturday was a dramatic win for your San Diego Padres. The first couple of innings were some of the most difficult baseball to watch.
Was it like 11 walks or like
11 walks in the first 2 innings by both teams combined, 7 by Trey Savage and 4 by Walker Buehler, who was staked to the 2-0 lead, gave up all of it and more when he allowed 4 in the top of the second.
That's 2 less than we had in our 8U scrimmage yesterday, by the way. In the entire game.
The entire game,
we had 13 total.
It was embarrassing for both teams. And then you had the really interesting bottom of the second when, once again, Savage can't throw a strike. Manny's up, has the 3-0 pitch that looked pretty clearly out of the zone, gets called a strike, and he doesn't challenge it.
Bases loaded, you said?
Bases loaded.
By the way, I'm on the plane at this point, and it wouldn't let me access the game. But I'm getting texts about, I'm getting texts about a World Cup game, a UFC fight, and the baseball game. And so I don't even know what is what at this point. I will just get like an F, and I don't know what that means.
Let me describe what happened. Padres are down 4-2, but they have a chance to come right back in it because Savage can't throw a strike. It's 3-0. Ball is thrown low, and it's a good inch or 2 low, but it's called a strike. Manny's already started, taking off his gear, but he doesn't challenge the pitch. And I'm like losing my mind. Like, here we go again. They challenge when they shouldn't, and we saw it all weekend long. And they don't challenge when they should. All weekend long. It's been constant. This team is horrible at ABS challenges. Both ways. It would be so much easier if it's like, hey, just stop challenging. We're challenging way too much. Or it's like, we need to challenge more. It's not. It's both ways. The coaching staff can't really say anything because you say don't challenge anymore, and you're missing huge opportunities to give yourself a better chance to win. But Manny, after the game, said, well, he's Savage. He's got that high release point. It's hard to see. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to miss one.
Yeah.
But he also said, I also want to have a chance to swing with the bases loaded. And
100%.
Comes up with a very game-changing 2-run single that ties the game at that point. Padres then, go up 7-4. They tie it on a Vladimir Guerrero 3-run home run off Bradley Rodriguez, and you think, oh, here we go again. And then France answers with a really great at-bat. I don't know if you saw this one. 9 pitches off Fluharty, who's one of their better relievers, and comes up with the solo home run that ends up being the winner. Entertaining game to be sure, but an ugly beginning.
As I hit the escalator down to my car, it was Mason Miller was coming in. So I'm walking across the lanes of traffic at the airport, and I hear Springer hit that ball, and I can hear it on the radio, and it sounded like a gunshot. And Jesse was like, oh, it is a deep draw. And I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And he's like, hey, he's at the wall. He makes the catch. And I give it like the fist pump walking across. By the time I get to my car, strike 3, I think, and Padres win the ball game. Just a tight 8-7. That was that
8-7,
one, right? Oh,
yeah.
my Lord. It was outstanding. And then I got most of the game yesterday after the scrimmage.
Unsung hero on Saturday, Matt Waldron, who got called up, replaced Johnny Brito on the roster, and pitched 3 innings. They needed him after
he gave up
Walker Buehler. He gave up nothing. An inherited runner scored, but he did not allow any of his own runs. Struck out 3, 2 hits and a walk. And they needed at least a little bit of length out of him after getting so little out of Walker Buehler. I think one of the big stories to watch going into the second half, can you keep throwing Walker Buehler out there? That's now 3 straight awful performances after he was your most consistent starter for the first half of the season. 1, 2, 3, just awful in different ways, but just terrible by Walker Buehler. And I don't know if the Padres can afford not to use Walker Buehler, but they can't afford to throw him out there if he's going to continue doing what he did. But they did win that game on Saturday, and they needed it because what happened on Friday, which was the blown early lead. Xander Bogaerts hits a 2-run home run. Felt like he hadn't hit one forever. Gets that one off Shane Bieber, but the Padres can't hold that lead because they couldn't add on. I'm not going to blame JP Sears. He wasn't bad. Ended up taking the loss, gave up the Kirk RBI double in the 4th, and then left with a 2-run lead, but with a couple of runners on. Yep. And Johnny Brito gives up the 3-run home run to Okamoto that ends up handing JP Sears a loss. But, as far as Padres pitching go, it was far from one of the worst performances we've seen all year.
That's quite a bar, isn't it?
It is quite the bar that they've and then they rally in the ninth against one of the toughest pitchers. Everyone knows Mason Miller, but in the American League, Louis Varland's been that guy. In some ways, the numbers have been even more impressive. And they just put together great at-bat after great at-bat. Jackson Merrill had an RBI single. They got the winning run up, tying runs in scoring position. But Xander at the end, I believe, made the final out, and they were unable to complete the comeback. But a good rally didn't mean much, though, as they lost another one. And at that moment, I think we all felt this is probably it. Yep. It felt Friday night was maybe the point of no return for your San Diego Padres. Now, winning the next two, you feel a little bit differently here on Monday morning. But on Friday night, I was kind of resigned to the fact that this team is just not going to have it this year. Yep. And you're probably going to have to sell. And that's when you had Craig Stammen make some post-game comments. He had, given Jake Cronenworth the day off, but with a chance to get back into it in the sixth inning, they decided to go with some pinch hitters, including the newly called up Luis Rengifo instead of Jake, who's been hot at the plate. Where is he? Is he hurt? Well, he wasn't, because he ended up pinch hitting later in the game in the ninth. And in the end, Craig Stammen explained it by saying, I really wanted to give Jake Cronenworth at least most of the night off. And so I used him in the sixth inning.
Sixth innings is most of the night off. I understand it. I don't understand it, actually. We need to win baseball games. And I understand that you have to play the guys that are on your roster. And, hey, what if Rengifo comes up with a big hit there and gets him going and all that? Fine. That being said, Croney's been swinging it really well. He's been swinging it really well. And you feel pretty good, a couple errors lately, notwithstanding about him going in to play second base for 3 innings. I think it'll be okay. You're right. After what he's been through, the way he's playing right now. And again, I'm assuming that I know the whole story, right? We always assume we know everything that's been going on. Croney could have said, I feel like death. I've got diarrhea. I have no idea. We don't know. But for whatever reason, and that's fine. If you want to do that move, that's okay. You're the manager. You get to make those decisions. But the comment, I think, is what rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Well, my suspicion is, if you ask Jake, he would have said, no, absolutely. Anything you need.
Whatever you want.
I can get in there. But the comment afterwards where Craig Stammen said, I can't manage every game like it's game 7. That would be foolish. Seemed to rub a lot of Padres fans the wrong way.
I think as it should have.
Friday night. Just an unforced error by the manager in a post-game press conference?
Yeah, I think so. And Ray says you could have just subbed in someone defensively after the AB. Right, because he said also, well, somebody's got to go in and play second base. And we're like, well, lucky for you, you pinch hit a second base. He would have been a second baseman that you were putting in. He just sounded like he got caught off guard a little bit there. I don't know, Ben. Who was left on the bench? You had... I don't even remember.
Those were the only lefties. So, he knew he had Jake. It's not like he was, I don't think he forgot that he had Jake Cronenworth and sent up Rengifo as a mistake. I think he made a calculated decision that, I'm going to try to give Jake the day off. And it didn't work out for him. He had a reason for it. You may disagree with the reason. He had a reason for it. I don't think a lot of Padres fans liked the reason. And I'm not sure. Again, when you have played yourself to a game under 500 at that point,
I think
that you have the luxury of resting guys for 3 innings when it might make a difference in that point of the game.
And I think, again, it lends itself to a lot of the criticism of Craig this year is that he's been maybe the players don't see a lack of or maybe the players see a lack of urgency. And when you pretty much come out into the media and confirm, yeah, there's a lack of urgency. It's not game 7. Relax. I'm okay with that, by the way, April, May. I'm okay. Like, guys, relax. Long season. I'm good. This team, where they currently stand, Ben, got to be a little bit hair on fire, in my opinion. I got to get my best players in the lineup. I got to get my best players in the best positions for them to succeed. This jamming Xander Bogaerts into the 3 seemingly every day now just to get him going is a little bit odd to me when other guys are swinging it a little bit better. We've seen this before. Stubbornness about moving guys around. And again, I'm not a big league manager, but I do know that I want my best lineup in the best position to win every single night, especially guys, we got a vacation coming up after this. I need 3 games, balls to the wall, whatever you got. And for him to come out and say, no, there's no urgency. That was kind of tough.
No, I think you're better off as a baseball team if you can manage that way, but you have to earn it.
Yes.
And you have to earn it by playing better. You want to play without urgency around July and August. You want to let the dog days creep in. Fine. Play better in April and May. Play with urgency early and build a 7 or 8 game lead. And then you can step off the accelerator a little bit. But when you don't play that well, especially in the month of May and June, you don't have the luxury of not managing like Game 7 and playing for the long haul anymore. You lost it. You lost that opportunity early in the season.
You did. And again, you said it earlier and you nailed it. It's something you can think, not something you can say. And that's a first-time rookie manager putting his foot in his mouth. Do we have it? Do we have the clip?
I don't know if we have the actual clip.
Do we have that clip, Kyle?
From Friday night. If Kyle finds it, we can play it. But
I can look for it.
Meanwhile, on Saturday, the draft got underway. We talked to Chris Kemp on our management report on a Friday. He said, no, we don't necessarily have a type. It's not always high school pitchers.
Doesn't it?
It was once again a high school pitcher in the first round as the Padres drafted right-hander Coleman Borthwick with the 21st overall pick.
Coleman Borthwick, you are heretofore drafted by the San Diego Padres. Coleman Borthwick.
Out of South Walton High School in Florida. Certainly, mid-90s, got good spin on his breaking ball. Very young. Again, not someone you expect to see for many years, but Padres absolutely do have a type in the draft.
They do. Your thoughts of the draft. I saw some good. I saw some.
I don't know. I know the Mad Friars. Those people seem pretty happy with what has been done. Clark, guys who follow this even more closely than we do, gave them fairly high marks for the guys that the Padres selected. No one will really know for several years how the Padres did in this draft. I did think yesterday, one of the interesting flyers, and they will sign most of their guys, but they took a flyer in the 17th round on Denton Lord, who is Coleman Borthwick's pitching teammate in South Walton High School in Florida. And the reason he fell so far is because he was rated as a top 100 prospect, but he has a strong commitment to go to Mississippi State. But the Padres think with some extra money that they have in their draft pool and the fact that they should be able to sign a couple of guys at or under slot, they can make him an aggressive offer and say, hey, would you like to continue to develop with your buddy Coleman in the Padres minor league system rather than go to Mississippi State? Will it work out? Probably not, but a bit of a calculated gamble in the 17th round yesterday.
Yeah, 17th rounder. Like, okay, so if he comes, he comes. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
And having 2 pitchers named Coleman Borthwick and Denton Lord on the same
Denton Lord
school roster is something.
They took 5 day one, 16 the next day, 17 the next day. So yeah, trying to restock this thing here and see how it looks. But hey, as long as they're happy, I'm happy. I really, again, this is years away.
So on Saturday, while AJ Preller was meeting with the media and reacting to the draft, he was also asked questions about the baseball team. And another comment that a lot of people kind of focused in on, and AJ said, in defending Craig Stammen essentially from, critics and questions, he said, I, of all people, know I haven't given him a perfect roster this year. Mentioned the injuries to the pitching staff, mentioned the lack of depth, and he basically was trying to take some of the heat off his manager by putting it onto himself. I think you can read this a couple of different ways, but Woods, what was your take on AJ pretty much laying the blame for this season not at Craig Stammen's feet, but at his own?
I didn't like either. I didn't like either comment. I did not like Craig Stammen's comment on Friday, and I didn't like AJ Preller's comment on Saturday. But I think that's what happens. He's the buck stops here guy, right? Like, yeah, ultimately it's his roster. I'm ultimately it's mine. I put this thing together, so it's on me. Okay, fine, it's on you. Like, I don't know how hamstrung he was in the offseason. My guess is a lot. My guess is there's no open checkbook here. I get it. Sympathetic to it. But we've seen this song and dance before, right? We've seen this. We've seen this where we run out of pitching. We see where our pitching is middling and scrap heap thrown together. So I didn't really like that comment. Like you're the one that's responsible for putting it together, and you're admitting that I gave him a bad roster. So like it's just this circle of blame, that goes around, and it doesn't do anything for me. Like saying, hey, I did it. I put together a bad roster. Why? You've got a decade of experience doing this. I guess like what needs to be done. You know what the people here want. I don't think that you don't try to get that for them, but I just don't. It didn't sit the right way with me.
I don't want to lie and say I think there were a ton of obvious moves he should have made in the offseason other than what he did make, given what he had available. You look now and you see Dylan Cease starting the All-Star game in the American League, but I think we were all fairly okay with the Padres not overpaying for Dylan Cease based on what we had seen here in San Diego. Would Dylan Cease be the perfect pitcher to have on this roster right now?
Yes.
Throws fairly deep into games, has had a really good season. Yes.
Yeah, unquestionably.
He would be an absolute boon to the San Diego Padres if he pitched like he's pitching for the Toronto Blue Jays this season. But, I don't think any of us can fairly say, oh, no, we told them that they had to spend $30 million or more on Dylan Cease. I didn't. I don't think you did.
No.
I don't think a lot of Padres fans did.
No. I knew he would get it. I just didn't think he'd get it here.
Correct.
So, all right, let's go to break.
Okay, we will go to break. Don't Do This is coming up next. Rob Manfred, speaking of the draft.
Man, how do you mess this up?
I don't know how you mess it up. Had a spicy NBA fight in Las Vegas over the weekend as well. Get to that, and Craig Elston will join us coming up at the bottom of the hour on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
First, did your weekend include a trip down to 7 Mile Casino to play some cards? I hope it did, and I hope you discovered what we've been telling you for years, that 7 Mile Casino is fantastic. If you are a card player and you haven't experienced what it's like to go into 7 Mile Casino, it's totally different than any other card room experience I have ever had in my life, Woods.
No, I agree, man. It's a very, very cool place to go, and really convenience is of utmost importance to me. It is just 7 minutes away from Petco Park. Can't really beat that. They got also, you walk in the door, there's a lot of places that are closed, but they're dumps, right? But that's not one of them. They got good food. They got friendly dealers. They got California style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, and Baccarat as well.
I just love the atmosphere with the
great
windows and, you got the beautiful patio with
bright
views. It's
and
bright.
airy.
You just don't expect that. You expect dark and seedy for a card room. This is the exact opposite at 7 Mile Casino. Comfortable chairs. They treat their high-limit players well. If you want to actually sit down and play some good Texas Hold'em poker or California-style blackjack, you can.
What
at
was
7
that?
Mile Casino.
Damn it, you got off the hook.
I
Kyle
know.
doesn't know how to pull those.
I don't think so. I think I'm okay this week. So check it out today at 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Our heads.
How many times do I have to tell you?
I'm sorry, I fudged up, guys.
You idiot. You moron. Dumbass.
The apple sometimes does fall from the tree.
Don't do this
Do not tweet that.
with Ben and Woods
I like a Nickelback song or two.
on 97.3 The Fan.
Got Craig Elston coming up at the bottom of the hour, so let's get right to this, Woods. I will start Don't Do This today in the NBA Summer League, which is underway in Las Vegas. And Friday's juicy story that came out from ESPN's Shams Charania about a altercation between former Miami Heat teammates Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. The fight, as it were, occurred at a practice court inside a Las Vegas hotel. It started when Adebayo approached Hero about comments the guard made. It started out apparently with Hero on a burner account, kind of dissing Adebayo about his lack of offensive efficiency and production, basically questioning why Bam deserves all this money as opposed to Tyler, who had been traded away in the Giannis Antetokounmpo trade. And then someone on social media responded to the burner account with a DM and then exposed Tyler Hero on the DMs, which made it public to everybody. Bam wasn't too happy, and according to the reports, Bam is the one who may have started it by throwing a punch or at least, hitting him in the head area to start the fight. I think the funniest thing was Dave McMenamin's report, who said an anonymous NBA player walking out of the NBA PA meeting in Vegas at the time looked at his phone and saw the report and just looked and shook his head and goes, well, that doesn't seem like a fair fight. Bam's quite a bit bigger and quite a bit stronger than Tyler Hero, so maybe Tyler Hero needs to be careful what he says on social media about his ex-teammates.
And then obviously from the burner account is troublesome as well.
Sure.
Man, you think you're the number one pick in the draft, and this is going to be the biggest and best day of your life, and it probably is. And you're at home with your family and you're sitting around, you're waiting, because there was some consternation, as there always is around almost every draft of any sport. Should it be this guy? Should it be this guy? There's a lot of good players. Maybe this is a better fit. Well, no, it actually happened. Rock Chalowski from UCLA.
Who?
Shortstop Rock Chalowski.
Right.
Fantastic player. He's going to go 1-1 to the Chicago White Sox. Here's how it sounded when Commissioner Rob Manfred announced the first pick. A very long day for the commissioner. The very first pick.
Yes, the whole family has a reason to cry. They put it all in. I look at this shot, Dero. This moment is not
Where's the
just a kid. It's a family. You think about the investment families have made.
That's what I got from Ben.
Really?
Yeah.
Pause.
When I played
Pause,
I heard
Pause. Excuse me, Kyle, what did you just say?
I got this clip from Ben.
From Ben Higgins. Ben Higgins sent you this clip that sounds like it was recorded underwater.
No, all I heard when I played it was Rob Manfred announcing the pick and saying the name Rock Chalowski.
Should we just
incorrectly?
Should I just hold up my phone to the microphone?
Why not? Well, couldn't go worse.
Keep playing it. I want to hear it.
What?
Okay, hold on.
Keep going. Wow.
Yes, the whole family has a reason to cry. They put it all in. I look at this shot, Dero.
Feels like we missed the beginning of the clip. They've already made the pick at this point.
That's everything right there.
Yeah. It's really good. Good job, Ben.
That's a don't do this.
That's a don't do this in and of itself. So
I mean, I don't know why I would send a clip that didn't have the actual audio to it. There was only one clip that I sent. That's where I heard the audio.
Makes two of us. Did he send it to you in an email?
Yes.
That is correct.
See if I can. Here we go.
The first pick of the 2026 MLB Draft, the Chicago White Sox select Rock Chalewski.
Nope, not Rock Chalewski.
I swear that's the exact clip that I
Doesn't
sent.
sound like the
to
one that Kyle played from a potato. It does not sound anything close to that. I can see it. You were in a hurry. You got a free tea time out at Steel Canyon. You're very busy.
I said it this morning.
You said it this morning?
Yeah.
Okay. So from now on, Kyle, we're going to need to double and triple check his work.
Maybe that's what Paul's been doing all this time.
Maybe.
Thank you, Paul,
Yeah.
for double checking my work.
Good job.
I
That's
mean,
not-
it just
that's not
feels
on
like
you, Kyle.
I get it. You're going to mispronounce a name or two.
The first one, though.
In a draft, but when you know who the first pick is going to be,
Chalewski,
you got to practice it a couple of times before you go up to the podium.
I've done it in PA before, and you'll see a name and you're like, all right. And you ask the other team, how do I pronounce this? And they tell you, and you write it down and you stare at it over and over and you repeat it over and over and you try to get it right. But that's 1-1 in the draft. Holy smokes. Everybody's known it. You know,
Did he
should
spin himself out? Maybe
He must have spun himself
Yeah.
out. You've heard this guy's name 1,000 times, you know, as the commissioner of baseball.
All
Everybody
the draft
kind of knew.
previews
Yeah,
and everything. He's talked about a lot.
Yeah, a lot. So, little boner by the commissioner.
All right. Finally, a little do this.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
Nice performance by Ethan Salas in the MLB Futures game that took place yesterday. Had 2 plate appearances, reached base both times. Lined a very hard single off some of the top prospects, obviously, facing Texas Rangers right-hander Caden Scarborough, then walked on a tough 3-2 pitch from Boston Red Sox right-hander Anthony Evanson in the 4th inning. Started as the DH, came in and caught when Cash Mayfield, the Padres' other prospect, came into the game. A little more mixed results for Mayfield, who did give up a run, but threw some nice pitches, ended up taking the loss in the game. But 25 pitches, 13 for strikes, gave up an RBI single at the end of the inning. But nice job by Ethan Salas. Padres fans are a little, not unfortunate, but Leo DeVries also was one of the top performers in the game.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
We kind of knew that was coming. So that was one, obviously we're going to be following for years how he does with the Athletics after the Mason Miller trade. But for the most part, you just want to see Ethan Salas perform well, and he did.
Yep.
And that is Don't and Do This for a Monday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Cajun says, and ESPN apparently thinks that DeVries is still a Padre. Yeah, in their headline, it says, Padres DeVries shines
Yes.
at MLB Futures game.
Like a notification, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On people's phones.
I think it was even on the ticker
on
at
the
some
ticker
point.
too. Yeah. They do that. They do that a lot. They do it with the Chargers still all this time. It's the San Diego Chargers. They do it all
In
the
the
time.
in the article, it clearly said DeVries had been traded to
From
but
the
someone didn't
Padres.
read
Right.
apparently deep enough before putting the headline together and saying Padres DeVries. So, all right, we'll come back. Craig Elston will give us his thoughts on the wrapping up of the first half of the season for the Padres and the World Cup Final Four coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. All-Star festivities underway tonight. The Home Run Derby.
All in, man. Every year.
You are. We got a text. We haven't been able to read the piece, but
behind a paywall.
Major Garrett apparently wrote for the Washington Post like 11 years ago. They should get rid of the Home Run Derby.
That's curmudgeonly, in my opinion. I haven't read the article. I don't know what his
remember
reasoning
they changed
is.
the format, though, this year. They're going back to outs instead of timed swings. You got, obviously, Kyle Schwarber's the headliner, but Bryce Harper will also be competing as well in front of the hometown fans in Philadelphia. We'll talk about it coming up, but right now we are joined on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking. It is better by our friend Craig Elston with us here on 97.3 The Fan on a Monday to wrap up the first half of the baseball season. And We got a Final Four at the World Cup, and I guess as chalky as you could be, Craig, with the top 4 teams in FIFA's world ranking still alive at this point. Can Craig not hear me, Kyle? That may be a problem because he's kind of staring and looking at me.
Sorry,
but
Kyle.
He's
Here
not
comes
reacting
vicious
to
Ben.
what I am saying. This happened to Paulie a couple of weeks ago too, though. So if we can't figure out the audio, we can just call on the phone. Craig, can you see? I don't think he can see me as well.
Yeah.
I
can't see you. I can't see you.
You can hear me now, though.
Hear you.
Great.
Yeah,
I was just saying the World Cup's down to the Final Four. It's very chalky. It's the top 4 teams in the FIFA world ranking. So I guess the teams you expected to be at this point.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's a surprise in itself that you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 and no upsets in a world where teams can bunker down with 5-man lines and play for penalties. Which Switzerland certainly wanted to do before they had an 11th guy shown off the pitch on Saturday night. I can't wait for the next 2 days. I'm sure all soccer fans feel the same way. This is kind of like, sometimes it feels like you have to suffer through a tournament to get to this point. Right? Like, oh, well, there were a bunch of bad games or a bunch of mediocre games, but at least the top 4 teams made it through. But we've had nothing but incredible games.
Amazing.
Like the entire tournament has just been incredible action and late changes and stoppage time goals and everything else. So, I think any one of the 4 literally can win. France probably will win. France over England seems right to me, but I'm still gonna, before the tournament, I said Spain, and Spain's in it. So, let's see if they can take down the mighty French here, and then England, Argentina. The Falklands adjudicated on the soccer pitch. It's gonna be something.
I hope we're not setting up for something that always happens, it seems. Like you just said, sometimes you have to slog through a tournament to get to this point. Other times, like think about March Madness. Sometimes you're like, oh man, this final, here's 2 blowouts or something. Now it's soccer.
wins by 30 in the final.
It's like like we had such a great tournament. I don't expect it to be any different than what we've seen so far because these are all 4 powerhouses, Craig. But man, it's delivered. And to the casual fan, when I was in the airport on Saturday, you could not find a seat at a bar in the airport. You just couldn't.
Right.
Like it was just jam packed. They had special areas for viewing in the World Cup. It was insane. I saw 1 billion World Cup fans, traipsing through Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. I mean, it has been remarkable, the entire run.
And the thing I'm most encouraged about, Woodsy, in terms of what we're about to see, is that the top 4 teams, this is not surprising, but the top 4 teams, none of them are negative players. And by that, what I mean is none of them are trying to play for 0-0, just trying to shut off the other team. All of these teams are aggressive. All of these teams are attacking. So I think that, as simple as it sounds, and I know for a lot of folks, still soccer is kind of a newer sport, but when both teams score, that's a good game. When both teams score in a World Cup semifinal, when both teams are going for it, and you're like, who's going to get the third goal? Who's going to get the third goal? That's when you've got yourself an incredible, incredible match. And listen, like I said, it can go one of many ways, but I love any of these 4 teams representing the world for 2026. What a great tournament.
How much of a beef does Norway have? And I don't know with your travels if you saw it, but watching the game on Saturday, Norway scored first, had every chance in the world to score again. I mean, a 2-on-1, and they could not get the ball to their star, Erling Haaland. Looked like it was going to be actually an easy goal. You can never really say that in soccer, but I saw it unfolding and I'm going, this is a goal for sure. And it wasn't. And then England ties it late in the first half on a play that Woods, when they finally looked at the replay, the kick from the goalkeeper was like kicking the long kick. It hit the camera wire and came right down onto the foot of England, causing a fast break the other way. If that doesn't happen, England probably maybe loses and Norway wins. And I'm like, if I'm Norway and I waited 4 years and that's what decided it, I'm losing my mind right now.
as opposed to, say, a president calling the head of FIFA to change the world, or all the other ways that things could get screwed up. Hitting a camera wire. I mean, Dems to breaks, man. Dems to breaks. Norway was not quite as good as England. They don't have Bellingham and Kane. They only had Holland, and Holland didn't score that game. And when Holland doesn't score, Norway's not going to win. So, again, though, it was a really entertaining match. And personally, I was rooting for Norway all the way through that one. But, hey, give Bellingham credit. This kid, both Mexico and Norway, he has come up huge.
And I think my favorite thing of the World Cup now was seeing all the England fans after every win singing Oasis.
It's so good.
Wonderwall.
It's so good.
It's pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, it's about a year ago for me that I was over there right now, getting ready for that show. Pretty cool stuff. Kreger, San Diego Padres, you're talking about exciting soccer matches that we've seen. Listen, the last two games were exciting, and they wrapped up the, heading into the Midsummer Classic here at 500. So, like, how surprised are you? How confident are you that you were right? We all kind of imagined this, but where do you stand kind of on the pods today?
So I'm going to repeat one thing from last week, just out the top, because I think you guys understand. I know our Padres Hot Tub audience understands. Like, I'm not here to root for sell trades. I'm not here to root for a pivot. It's not like sexy. It's not exciting. It's not what we sign up for the summer. So if the Padres want to come out after the All-Star break on their 10-game trip and go 8-2, 9-1, or 10-0, then they're going to send a signal that there was a ton of underachievement in the first half, and that there actually is a level that's above where the Padres have played that they can get to. And the only reason I even bring that up is because of 2024. But guys, 2024, Mike Schilt was handing the ball to Michael King, Dylan Cease, Joe Musgrove, Yu Darvish, and Waldron. But he had four real veteran stud pitchers in the starting rotation. And when you have that type of foundation and you've got an underachieving offense, and then the offense clicks together, you've got the opportunity to really do something. I think we know what this Padres team is. I think we all know what it is. And I don't think there's many people around the team that want to admit what they are, because there's been this years built up thing, the narrative of, well, you can't take your foot off the gas because what if people stop coming to the park? And if they stop coming to the park, will we have enough money? And then what are we going to do? And then's what's going to happen. And it's this kind of doom spiral. I'm just going to tell you, and I mentioned this on a previous interview with you guys as well. On the last homestand, I was unable to sell my season tickets for any of the games.
I've heard this. Yep.
And Friday and Saturday, the guy who I partner with, Haffy, he took the seats. I gave away one of them, but I could not sell a ticket to the Diamondbacks. Could not do it. And that is 2 homestands in a row where all the non-Dodger games, SeatGeek is telling me, yeah, you can sell your ticket for $8. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? I'll give it away before I do that. So all of that is already happening. All of those things are already happening. The Padres don't have to admit it because they've got season ticket member sales that they point to every time. So when they go 39,000 in the house, well, what if there was 29,000 in the house?
Right.
But they're going to count. They're counting me every time, whether I show up or not.
Yeah.
They're counting my 3 seats.
Yeah. Yours are paid for.
Time.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I mean, so you're basically saying, like, if you're going to go for it because you think you can win it, but it's going to be hard to sell that to the fan base who looks at, the rotation. I mean, you just mentioned Schilt was handing the ball to veteran studs. Well, we've got veterans. They're just not studs, and they're certainly not pitching like studs right now. And that's the thing that gets me, Craig, is that rotation. I look at that rotation and I go, you're going nowhere. You're going nowhere.
Right. And just the thing is, how do you fix this team? How do you get this team to the point where it makes the playoffs? Okay, I can answer that question. Manny and Tatis and Merrill could all hit for 1,000 OPS for 2 months. The Padres could add one player, things could really, they could get to 85 wins, right? They could get to 85, 86 wins. Then what's going to happen? Does this team have the horses to beat anybody in a playoff series? Never mind win 2 playoff series, never mind win 3 playoff series. All of us know that's not the case. They just don't have it.
I don't necessarily agree with you, though, Craig. I mean, I don't know. I'm not arguing for the merits of going for it, but to get to 86 wins, which has generally been the cutoff for the playoffs most years, 38 and 28, be better than we've seen lately. But they just had a 5-3 homestand. Essentially, they go 5-3 every 8 games the rest of the way. They'll get to the playoffs probably. In the playoffs, if you keep Mason Miller and keep Adrian Morejon and you employ your bullpen more aggressively, which you can do because of the off days, it does minimize your lack of starting pitching. This team is better equipped for playoff series than it actually is for the regular season without starting pitching. So if you get there, I do think you could make some noise. I just don't know that they can get there with the starting pitching they have. And I don't think they can go and acquire enough of it to necessarily go 38 and 28 the rest of the way.
See, that's the thing right there. And yeah, we could quibble and blah, blah, blah. And I want to believe your side, obviously. Yeah. I want the Padres to be good and I want them to win playoff series. And I want us to look back in 2 months and go, ha, 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 we got fooled by them again, and that'll be fine if that's the case. But where are you going to find 3 quality starting pitchers to improve this team to the level that they need? Okay, 1, Joe Musgrove. Is he going to come back? Is he going to pitch well? 2, Nick Pivetta. Is he going to come back? Is he going to pitch well? Those are 2 separate questions, too. You could come back in August and struggle for 6 starts, and everyone would understand that Joe Musgrove is trying to figure out his way. But those 6 starts are going to sink the Padres' playoff hopes. So, and then I get to the real crux of the matter for me, as somebody who's invested in the Padres in many, many ways, right? As a pundit, as somebody who runs a podcast company that's devoted to the Padres, so on and so forth. Like, I'm invested in this group. But if you're telling me that in the state of the organization that they're at, that they are going to cut from the minors again, that they are going to take away from their depth again. There's one player that can get them anything worthwhile. It's Ethan Salas.
That's it.
That's it, and that's all. So if you're going to tell me that, what you're really telling me is that this is a special team and it's worth making the next 7 years even worse than they're projected to be in order for the 2026 team to shine. I have a really hard time believing that, compared to the idea of, if we make some strategic moves, we're not tearing down the franchise. We're not saying this is it for the next 5 years, right, rebuild time. Strategic moves, understand 2026 ain't our year. How can we get better for 2027? Explain to me, Padres, as a season ticket member, how I need to pay more for tickets next year for next year's team, and it's going to make sense to me. Because right now it doesn't. Right now, my line would be, I'll cancel those tickets at the end of the year. I think things are going the wrong direction. I'll be able to get tickets off the secondary marketplace for any game I want to go to for the next 5-6 years.
We got like 1 minute, Kreger. Would you, if they sold, and like you said, be smart about it. If they sold and did prudent decisions, are you more likely to renew?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I want a vision of this team being good.
A vision.
In
okay.
2 or 3 years.
I think that's a fair, reasonable answer.
And maybe the opposite of what other people may think.
Yeah, true.
But that's what I'm getting the sense, that fans want the Padres to be realistic rather than
balls to the
falsely
wall Mavericks. Yeah.
Rather than
delusional. Back of the craps table again. I get it.
Craig, really appreciate
Thank you, buddy.
it.
Great
thank you so much. Enjoy the All-Star break, and we will talk to you 3 games into the second half next week. We'll already have an idea of where they're heading.
All right, looking forward to it, boys. Have a great week.
It's Craig Elston with us on our SDCCU fan hotline. And by the way, those first 3 games against a team you really do have to take advantage of, the Kansas City Royals.
The Royals.
Yeah. The road trip against the Marlins, that will be critical as well later in the trip. But you got to start fast against a team that got swept for the 9th time this year over the weekend.
Yep.
So that's where we'll start. We'll talk about it more later in the week, but we'll come back. Hour number 3, take on Woods. Dennis Lynn will be with us, all coming up here on 97.3 The Fan.
fans, we are halfway home here on Ben and Woods, All-Star Week. Whoa, I like that. Abrupt, Kyle. We're halfway home. This is All-Star Week. We're going to have some All-Stars of our own in and out of the studio this week and have some fun. Keep it loose. No Padres baseball to stress over. You got the Home Run Derby tonight. Got World Cup tomorrow, the All-Star Games. Good stuff. Still some good stuff to talk about. I'm Woodsy. Paulie is in Vegas. He's en route to Las Vegas this morning. And we've got Kyle filling in. Good morning, Kyle.
Good morning.
It's good to have you. Are we putting you to sleep
Great
yet?
to be here. No, I'm
Okay.
wide awake.
Good. He's wide awake. He's fired up, ready to go. We're being compelling for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins as well. I did have to apologize to my co-host for eating the potentially worst studio food you can eat, other than fish, right? Like
That's
fish
any office.
or like Funyuns. I saw them selling Funyuns in the airport. And I said, if I see somebody walk on that plane with Funyuns, I'm going to lose my mind. I love Funyuns. I'll eat Funyuns all day, but they stink and they're pungent. You can smell them miles away. But mine was more of a loud food.
Snap. A wet snap.
A wet
as I call
snap.
it.
And I grabbed them out and I'll just demonstrate.
It's unmistakably the sound of carrot sticks. Now they don't smell.
No, it
is
smells
nice.
good.
Yeah.
Trying to get more fiber in my
Fiber?
Yeah, I need more fiber.
What made you decide that you needed more fiber?
I'm not like constipated or anything.
Yeah.
I just need fiber.
Okay.
Because I don't eat enough of it.
All right.
Hang on.
You make these decisions about your health, and I don't know exactly what evidence-based methodology that you use to create these desires. Like, all of a sudden, I need more fiber in my diet.
You look at your diet and you go, Now, Hannah and I have been having this debate. It's more than a debate. Actually bled into my therapy on Friday. I'm not kidding. She is the greatest. The greatest. But when it comes to food, she's actively working against me. My therapist made a good point. She said, you and your wife have an age difference. She's not in her 50s like you are. I get panicked about dropping dead of a heart attack, right? I get panicked about all kinds of things. But yeah, I want to be alive for my children. So I want to take better care of myself. And Hannah goes, yeah, maybe you shouldn't eat ground beef and rice for every meal. Because if I had my way, that's what I would. It's easy. You get protein, get the carbs that you need. Fine. She's like, yeah, your heart's going to explode. There's cholesterol. Yeah, but I use like 93.7, right? It's lean, still saturated fats, all that. And she's like, you don't eat enough veggies. And I go, well, you need to help me more when it's time for dinner and I'm cooking for you and the kids. I go, you either have to say, I'm in and choke down what I make, or you have to walk out of the room. Because you going, that puts in their head it's okay to say, right? And I got to start mixing in more veggies with my meal. So I need to have a little bit more of a balanced diet. So that's what it stemmed from. And I need fiber. I need more fiber. So I'm just going to be chomping on carrots a lot. Carrots, blueberries, things like that.
Fibrous foods.
Fibrous foods, yes.
Fibrous.
Yeah.
But it's not anything particular. You're not having
not having any poop
movements.
No. It's all good.
But you just decided fiber is where it's at.
It's more of like, I need veggies. I need more veggies. And this is
probably eat more veggies.
This is an easy one. It's easy. They taste good.
I like
carrots.
vegetables.
I do
have
too.
No problem.
I still like making them.
Preparing the
That's
vegetables.
the problem. Honestly, like that's part of the problem. If you make broccoli in your home, it reeks. Just straight up reeks. And it doesn't taste all that great. But I can just munch carrots and blueberries and stuff all day. That's good fiber. So that's where it stems from. I feel like you don't concern yourself enough with that. You don't take supplements at all.
True.
You don't lift weights. You do once a week. Yeah, once a week. You'd ride the Peloton like a madman.
I do.
I wonder if the Peloton, have you plateaued on the Peloton?
I mean, I'm still tired when I'm done riding
good.
it. It's not like I ride it and it's easy.
That's good.
Have I been setting PRs at a clip, great clip? No,
right.
I definitely haven't pushed ahead to another level lately, but
yeah, Rain Dog, I'm with you. He says, I'm also concerned with Ben's lack of concern.
but isn't the healthiest thing you can possibly do not worry so much?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's probably been a lot of guys.
If you're constantly worried about something, that could be the worst thing for your health.
I think there's a lot of guys that said, "I'm not worried about my health," and then they drop dead of a heart attack, which could still happen.
I certainly I'm not thinking about it the way that you do, but I also have eaten a lot better over the last few years than I used to. I've made a lot of good improvements, and
your kids are older.
Feel good about
your
that.
Kids are older.
Yeah.
We may have another one coming. Like it's I think you'd be an idiot not to panic a little bit about, what you're eating and things like that. I mean, I've cut so much stuff out of my life. Alcohol for the most part, 99%, cigarettes, things like that. That's good. That's a good start.
I think my philosophy is simply everything in moderation. And, I don't succeed. I think I eat way too much like bread items. I love bread.
I love bread too.
Bread's so good.
It's good.
It's various different forms, buns and rolls and loaves and
loaves
of bread.
Potatoes. Yeah, love potatoes.
Things that I like. But I don't deceive myself. Some people will lie to themselves.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
No, I mean, this is healthy, right? No, I know what is and what isn't. If I have a sandwich, though, I generally load it up with a lot of veggies and stuff, and balances out a little bit. Am I perfect? Far from it. But I'm committed to the exercise every single day. I think that's definitely
that's a huge one.
I can feel how much better I feel.
Yes,
cardiovascular wise, I just don't lose my breath. I can go longer. So I generally like to think I'm on the right track.
Johnny says, go out like a cowboy, be a man. All right. I mean, that's easy. I could do that. I lived like a cowboy for many, many years. Like
steak and Marlboros every night.
I mean, and 1,000 other things I shouldn't have been doing. But, when you have children, I don't think you have that luxury. Some people still live that way with children. But my children are young. They need me around, so I want to be around. So, but I do probably worry too much about it. I want to get back to the 80-20 rule is a good one. There was a time I was 90-10, right? 90% healthy and good, 10% cheat, whatever. Then I dropped down to 80-20, and my therapist goes, what are you at now? I go, about 50-50, about 50% good, 50% bad. That can't be at almost 51 years old on Sunday. So that's where I'm at. Kyle, how's your diet?
I'd say maybe 60-40.
60-40.
Yeah.
And what about you?
Oh, in terms of, I'm probably more like 70-30.
70-30. Yeah, we have some work to do on this program is what I'm saying.
It's just good.
I know, dude, it is. And it's replaced some of the other things I've given up in my life. It's replaced it, and you look at that and you're like, well, I don't do this anymore, so I'm fine to eat a Big Mac, right? And you are fine to eat a Big Mac, every now and then, once a month, twice a year, whatever it may be. But you can't be living like I was living. So I'm just telling you, I'm going to be eating a lot of carrots. I'm sorry. It's going to be loud.
I hope
it might get loud.
I hope that they do for you what you would like them to do.
I think they will.
For you.
I think they will.
Make you live longer.
Yeah, I think they will. I think it's going to be a big help.
It's just life is so unpredictable.
That's
the thing.
That's the problem. You're doing everything right.
You're trying to control things you can't completely control.
No,
it's always good to make better choices. I applaud you for your carrot choices.
You always make fun of all my choices, though. My protein, my fiber, my veggies. You make fun of all my choices. That's okay. My Aunt Ruth lived to like 80 something. She smoked like 40 cigarettes a day and drank like 7 Manhattans a night. Now, the way she rationalized it was, I don't drink till 5. I'm not an alcoholic. I would never have a drink at 4:30. At 5, though, glug, 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 and fired up the cigs. She lived to be like 85. She was extremely happy her whole life. But I think she's the outlier in that.
And the one thing you can't change are your genetics.
That's right.
Which is going to determine at least as much as perhaps your choices do as well.
Yeah.
Choices can help, but they can't necessarily overcome whatever is biologically programmed inside of you.
Yeah.
Your clock's ticking, but hopefully there's a lot left on it.
I know.
Don't worry about it.
I don't want to think about it.
Don't worry about it.
I know. I need to live for today. That's my problem. I've done a lot of living for today.
We'll make sure that Hannah and the kids are okay if you're gone. You'll be fine.
Somebody will, I'm sure. It won't be you, but trust me, somebody will make
Robbie
sure.
Erlin.
Oh my God. Don't do this. Do not do this to me. So I'm going to be eating some more carrots. Sorry.
It's all right.
I can eat them in the hall if you want.
No, it doesn't. Actually, carrot sounds don't bother me.
Really?
They really
That
don't.
would make me insane if you were over there eating
Celery,
carrots.
I think, is worse.
Oh, celery's
actually.
pretty bad. I can do some of that. It's fibrous as well, is it
It is
not?
very fibrous, very stringy.
And I love celery.
It's caught in your teeth sometimes.
Yeah, I'm all in.
Pulling the celery out.
I'm all in.
Yeah. The problem is I like carrot sticks. I just want to dip them in something.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. But I mean, this is not my ideal way.
The dips that always get me.
Dipping it in ranch or chocolate sauce isn't the best move. Deep fried, covered in breading. I know. I'm with you, man.
For sure.
Listen, I'm not a lunatic. I haven't gone full like, hey, I'm fasting for 72 hours. I'm still normal. I'm just trying to eat better, trying to get some better stuff in.
But enjoy yourself as well.
Yeah, I am. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
That you always say yes, but Ben, there's not a human being listening to this that has enjoyed themselves more than me in their life. There's nothing I ever wanted to do that I didn't get to do. Nothing.
So then that's the other thing.
So
I
it's
didn't
time
do
I
quite as
punish
much
myself a
damage
little.
as you
That's
did
the other
in
part.
some of the early years.
That's the thing. Yeah, like you're the worst health coach of all time. Hey, I really want to be good. Yeah, but don't forget to also be awful.
Bad occasionally.
Yes. You had no one treated their body like an amusement park more than me. No one. And I'm not paying the price yet. I don't feel bad at all. But I don't want to hit that wall. That wall that I'll hit and be like, oh, cool. My legs are like all white and splotchy and oh, cool. I'm getting liver spots on my hands and it's coming. I know it's coming. I'm just trying to slow the process down.
Kyle's just shaking his head at these 50-year-olds.
How old are you, Kyle?
Talking about getting older.
32?
32.
31. Oh, yeah. This birthday's this week. That's right. What's the birthday again?
32.
Friday. Beautiful. Oh, we'll miss you. We can celebrate your birthday on Thursday.
Yeah.
Hope your girlfriend of 8 years, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Hope she doesn't mind a few exotic dancers coming in to perform on Thursday for you.
I don't think she will.
That's usually what
she
we
won't be here. So
that's usually what we do around here when it's someone's birthday. Just so you guys know, I'm celebrating my birthday here on Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With exotic dancers?
So hopefully you have something planned.
I don't think we've ever
What's
actually had any exotic dancers in studio. I feel like there's Odyssey policy against
What's
that.
up your sleeve for my birthday? I can't wait. Are you feeling the pressure already?
Dang, now I am. This is bad for my health, Woods.
Why? You're such a good gift giver. Did you win anything at the golf tournament I might be interested in this weekend?
I wish I did.
I know. All right. Well, you got 4 days.
That's usually 3 more days than I usually take to prepare for your birthday.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Last year was great because you were out of the country for your birthday.
Yeah.
Didn't really need to do all that much.
You gave me a very nice gift card to the hotel I was staying at. I had a fabulous dinner down there. It was steak dinner, wine, the whole bit. It was spectacular. So that was good. But I'm going to Hawaii soon, a couple weeks.
Do you need anything for Hawaii?
Not really.
There's very little you need in Hawaii.
I don't want you buying my clothes
We know
anyway.
that you've already got swimsuits because that's what you wore in Chicago.
That's right. That's
the
all I
entire
have.
time. That's all you had
That's all I have.
to wear for shorts.
Got
so.
flip-flops. I'm good.
Yeah.
Got sunglasses. I'm good. That's all I need.
Sunscreen.
Got
It's not
sunscreen?
really a great gift
No,
anyway. So.
no, it's not.
What about a neck pillow?
Ooh.
It's not a bad idea.
Kyle's smart.
Kyle, that's really good.
How
You're a
about
good
that?
listener.
How about this guy over here? Good
Oh.
gift giver. He's like taking notes already.
It's not bad. It better be one of the good ones, though, not the beady ones.
gel,
Sure.
you know?
It's got to be like the one I almost
The
stole.
one that you would have stolen.
The high-
DFW.
Take a photo. by
Dude, does that go to show you, like, yes, I thought about it. Yes, I fingered it. I had my hands on it, but I couldn't pull the trigger on that. I could never embezzle or steal. Like, I am such a
I mean,
wreck.
it's good to know because you're a difficult, because you pull the trigger on things all the time.
I do.
I'm a little easier to buy for because I won't pull the trigger on almost anything at all.
It's so easy.
So you've got a million things.
Yeah.
Ben probably would want that, but he'd never get it for himself.
So it's done, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, a really nice one.
You got me some nice lotions. I've been using them on my elbows. Do you see
And they
the
look great.
difference? Don't they look good?
Look at mine. I need it for myself.
I mean, I've never felt like it's smooth now. I've really worked hard on not having rough and scratchy elbows anymore.
You look
I don't know
you-
what that does for anybody, but they are not rough and scratchy anymore.
It's you can see, like, mine are pretty rough and scratchy right now. I need to lube up, but
smooth. Just smooth elbows.
All right. Well, I look forward to Friday. The clock is ticking.
We'll see what my my dermatologist says. I've got an appointment tomorrow.
For what?
After the show.
Checkup.
I go twice a year. When you have as many moles as I do, We can talk about this. I'll give you an update on Friday or on Wednesday after I go. But she goes over me she got this little like small
like a
microscope.
Yeah, like a loop that you look at diamonds with.
Exactly. And she makes about 45 stops just at every square inch. I'm just sitting there in my briefs, just laying there on a table while she just goes one after the other, after the other, after the other.
And you lay there?
I just lay there.
And she just goes over you.
She just goes over me with a fine tooth comb twice a year.
But it's not a comb.
No,
it's a magnifying
glass.
And you don't have to take your underwear off, do you?
I usually don't.
She may.
But every once in a while, just got to inspect everywhere. You can get skin cancer in every location on your body, Wood. So if you're not, diligent about it.
It's so funny. You're so anti-skin cancer, but you want me to get, like, you don't want me to be healthy.
No, I want you to be healthy. I do.
Well, you're like, yeah, but make sure you still party and stuff and have a good time.
Well, I think that's part of your health is, good
Cutting
mental
loose.
health and enjoying yourself is incredibly important.
That's fair.
All right, we need to take a time out. We've got 4 new categories. A brand new week of Take on Woods, a chance to qualify for the trip to the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas. Maybe you'll see Paulie when he's there. Maybe you'll see some Major League Baseball players there this week on their All-Star break. Some guys like to get away. Other guys like to stay at home. Everyone does the All-Star break a little bit differently, but you got a chance to win a trip to the Fontainebleau. Call now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. We'll play our first game of the week coming up next. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball season is in full swing, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now and mention radio for a free month of pool service. Well, let's talk a little strategy. Take on Woods strategy. Here's 4 different categories each week for the 4 days we play. Music, movies, television, and wild card. You call in on Monday, you have the advantage of getting to choose from all 4 of the categories, but you don't know what any of them are going into it.
Really good point.
If you wait and listen every day, you already have an idea of what the categories are, but you may lose your favorite to someone who plays early in the week. So there's kind of that balance of calling in aggressively early in the week or waiting and shooting your shot on a Wednesday or a Friday.
But like if it was me, I'm calling in for music, right?
Correct.
You play to your strengths.
Some people may just want, and hey, you know your strength is available on Monday because you've got 4 categories.
That's right. Best player available in the draft. So
that's the different ways to go about it. We got a contestant on the line, though. Kyle, if you would, let's play a little Take on Woods.
It's time for Take on Woods.
Woods. Woods.
Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. And we got Guy, who is an aggressive contestant. I think he knows he can go multiple different directions, so he doesn't mind calling early in the week. Is that correct, Guy?
Yeah, I like to think I know a little bit of everything, but not
right,
enough to win lately.
So we don't know. Yeah, I think you've been 0 for the last couple of times. Maybe it changes today in one of these 4 categories. This week we've got music. No, you can't. Those are 5 songs, all 2-second songs that have the word "can't" to start the title. We've got our movie category, birds of the feather. 5 movies with a different type of bird in the title. TV, island life, shows set on tropical islands. And our wild card category is signs of the zodiac. So, music, movies, TV, or wild card. Guy, what are we playing today?
Let's go back to where it all began with music.
Music. All right. We are starting the week with music. Haven't done that in a while. All right. Hopefully Kyle has the file from Paul because we've got 5 2-second songs, and they all start with the word "can't." You know how it works, Guy. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know an answer, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. Kyle, you're going to play each of the songs when I call for it and just keep them in order, and hopefully this works out well for everybody. So, Guy, are you ready to play?
I am ready.
Kyle, how ready are you? Think you're good to go?
I'm good to
All
go.
right, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. The category, no, you can't. Your time begins, Guy, when Kyle plays our first song. Good luck, Guy. Let's take on Woods.
I got that sunshine in my pocket.
Let's see. It's that's Justin Timberlake. Can't Fight the Feeling.
Can't Stop the Feeling. Close, but no. Song number 2.
Pass.
Song number 3.
Can't Stop, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Correct. Song number 4.
She told me don't worry about it.
I Can't Feel My Face. Weekend.
Correct. Song number 5.
Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night.
It's Macklemore. Play it again.
Play it again, number 5.
Can we go back? This is the moment.
Time is up.
Tonight is the night.
All right. I think we got 2
Can't
times.
Stop.
Yeah, it is Can't Hold Us by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
Yeah.
You got 2 right. Yeah, Can't Stop and Can't Feel My Face. The first one, close. It's Can't Stop the Feeling. And the second one is Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue. Now, a little tougher. Those are all from this century. Usually we have a little older stuff. But Guy, hang on the line. Let's see how Woods does. We got music today against Guy. All 2-second songs, but you don't get the category. Makes it tougher.
Okay.
All right, let's put 60 seconds back on the clock, Kyle. Your time begins when Kyle plays our first song. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Guy.
I got that sunshine in my pocket.
Pass.
Song number 2.
Pass.
Song number 3.
It's Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It is song number 4.
She told me don't worry about it.
Blinding. No. It's the weekend.
It is, but not Blinding Lights.
Pass.
Song number 5.
Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night.
I've heard every one of these songs
I know,
a billion times. I have
haven't
no
you?
idea what any of them are called.
Oh,
I think I'm out.
Back to
with
song number 1. You want to
I'm
try it?
out.
That's it.
I'm
No,
out.
2-1. Guy takes it.
Unbelievable.
How about that? I threw you both a curveball. All of those songs start with the word can't.
Okay.
But they're all from this century, which is something
This
I don't
century?
do a lot. The oldest one was Can't Stop from 2002.
It's the only one I got.
But Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake. Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue. Can't Feel My Face by The
That's the
Weeknd.
one. Yep.
And Can't Hold Us by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
Again,
You heard
not,
all of them.
Not a category I'm really bummed about losing. To be
Didn't
honest
know a
with you.
lot of them, though. So, Guy,
I'm good.
hang on the line. Kyle will get your information. We'll put you into the drawing for our prize, which if I didn't mention again, is the trip to the Fountain Blue Las Vegas and the $150 food and beverage credit. You can set up your own trip to the Fountain Blue. Check out all their pools, 6 pools on the Oasis pool deck by going to fountainbluelasvegas.com.
Would have been more embarrassed if I won, just to be honest.
Honestly?
Yeah, getting
I like
Justin
all those songs.
I know you do.
All right, let's take a time out. When we come back, our Linsider, Dennis Lynn, just posted a new piece about AJ Preller at the All-Star break and heading into the trade deadline. We'll talk to Dennis coming up next year on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
2-1 Kylie Minogue.
2-1 Kylie Minogue. I didn't know the G was silent.
Yeah. It's
Never knew that.
You said Minogue.
Minogue.
No, it's Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, Kylie Minogue.
All right.
Learn something new every day.
Good to know. Let's see. Where are we? Oh, yeah. This hour on Bennett Woods is brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. I know exactly where we are. It's time for Dennis Lynn, our Linsider from The Athletic.
Happy Monday, Padres fans. It's time to discuss the weekend that was for the Padres with our Ben & Woods Linsider, Dennis Lynn from The Athletic. Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
And we welcome Dennis Lynn to the program. Dennis, I feel like we're in Padres purgatory.
We have been all year.
They're not good enough to be good, but they're not bad enough to just say, let's just wipe our hands clean of this season. As you wrote over the weekend, A.J. Preller would still prefer to be a buyer and go for it. I mean, you don't want to waste – if Manny Machado is going to be hot, you don't want to waste a second-half Manny Machado run potentially right into October, but you also don't want to foolishly chase for a team that doesn't have enough starting pitching or offense to do anything. I don't know what to do about this team. Dennis, what do you think?
I don't know either, but I think purgatory is a good way to put it. And I would say get ready for 2 to 3 more weeks of it coming out of the All-Star break, because I think this is going to come right down to the end, like it probably will for most teams. There's so many teams bunched up together in these playoff races, and I think a lot of teams are going to hold up for as long as possible on either buying or selling. So, August 2nd, August 1st, August 3rd, that might be when we finally find out which way the Padres are going.
Yeah, it's it's one of those weird scenarios, Dennis. The thing that really puts it into perspective for me is when you look at the rotation, and you look at the rotation and go, yeah, no, they don't have enough. There's just not enough to go on a sustained run, and they're going to have to play really good baseball, I think, to make the playoffs. And you look at the guys that they're running out there every fifth day, and it doesn't give you any confidence. And they would legitimately need 3 arms. And the only way to get those arms would be to move pieces from the current roster, which would then weaken your current roster. I just don't know how they pull this off.
Well, I got one way they could pull it off. They could get Joe Musgrove and Nick Pivetta back. Sure. And so somehow those guys are right back to who they used to be. I know that's maybe not particularly likely, but that's probably going to be a huge. Well, I know it will be a huge variable in the trade deadline planning. Both those guys have been throwing bullpens, probably not too far away from rehab assignments. Who knows how exactly long they'll need on those rehab assignments? But yeah, they've got to, if they're going to go for it, they've got to bank on those guys providing something. Now, whether they can bank on them providing a lot, I don't think they can, just because of their injury histories and how long they've been off. But they've got to see what they have in Musgrove and Pivetta, and that's tough because they probably won't be back by the deadline. It'll probably be more sometime in August. So that's everything that's complicating kind of your trade deadline planning. And yeah, but I agree with you. If they're going to go out and trade for a starter, even just a decent starter, that's going to be tough because the amount of teams who are trying to also trade for starters and just how little the Padres have in their farm system. So yeah, maybe there's some combination of buying and selling that they do to get a starter, but it's not going to be easy.
And I don't want to heap it all on the starting rotation, but you scroll through the offensive numbers. The offense too is still, while playing better recently, the offense still is dead last in every offensive category except for slug, which they have moved up from 30th to 29th by a percentage point over the Cleveland Guardians. So I don't know, man. I think it feels like, at least when you look at it, the writing should be on the wall for this team. And you're on social media a lot. You get a lot of the fan questions and things like that too, Dennis. I do get the sense this is the first year in a few years that the overwhelming sentiment is retool. Just retool. Do what you have to do to retool, and we'll buy that. Going foolishly in, trading an Ethan Salas, whatever. It just doesn't seem prudent for this team.
Yeah, I would say too, though, that if you look at, I know everyone talks about like how much do they actually have to sell if they go that route, but number one, I'll say the same thing I guess I said last week. Mason Miller, I don't necessarily see him going anywhere, especially with so little time to work up such a big trade. Maybe more of an off-season or next year conversation. So that's one guy I'd still, barring a huge return, I think he's going to stay put, but you never know. Again, it's AJ Preller. He traded Juan Soto less than 2 years after you got him, so can't put it off the table. Michael King, if they trade him, even if they're selling, how do you get through the rest of the season, just innings wise? It would be really, really ugly. Plus, he's a guy you could offer a qualifying offer to after the season, get a draft pick back like you did for Josh Hader and Blake Snell in 23. Now I know that those are two guys a lot of fans wish they would have moved, given how that season panned out. But I think he's a guy you look at, just maybe hang on to for now, whatever way the deadline goes. Again, caveat that it's Preller, so we never know. And then if you do keep those two guys, what do you really have to sell besides Adrian Morejon? Yeah, there are guys you can move, but not for a ton in return, I would think. So I think that's another factor here that they've got a chance here still. The National League, you haven't noticed, it's not as bad as the American League, but it's pretty bad. So there's also teams above them that I think, even though they're above the Padres in the wild card race, they might look at trying to sell at the deadline to look toward the future, because these are some young teams. The Marlins, the Cardinals, probably aren't planning on going very far in the playoffs right now. So yeah, it's a really tough decision. I don't envy being AJ Preller right now, but yeah, I think the fan sentiment's definitely something he's paying attention to too. Not that that's going to sway his decision in the end, but it's definitely got to have some factors. So be interested to see what kind of outcry there is close to August and how much the Padres are paying attention to it.
Talking to our Padres Linsider, Dennis Lin, on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. And Dennis had a truly shocking statistic in his piece in The Athletic. The Padres have a 42% success rate on ABS challenges, fourth worst in the majors. What's shocking about it is there are 3 teams that are worse than the Padres at ABS challenges.
Do they say who it is? Do you say who it is? Who's worse?
I mean, I just don't see how that's possible. I guess the Padres are also bad at not challenging when they should, which isn't included in those numbers as well. But any thoughts onto why this is? I mean, I know Padres have some heady, smart baseball players. Like Manny Machado,
have high
Xander
baseball
Bogaerts,
IQ.
Fernando Tatis, Jackson Merrill. These guys aren't dumb. Why are they so bad at this, Dennis, in its first season?
Yeah, I don't remember the teams below them off the top of my head. I think the Nationals might have been one of them, which is interesting because they're a really young team.
Yeah,
and those are guys who've been in AAA and they've had experience with ABS last few years. So
that's kind of the theory. Padres have a lot of veterans who didn't have any experience with it in the minors, so they're actually further behind most other teams.
Who's the
perhaps?
best?
I would have to go back and look. It's definitely not the Padres.
No,
we know that. But yeah, I think the one takeaway I have from the first half, this is sort of related, is the Padres, they just need to get younger in general. They need an infusion of youth. And in 24, that was Jackson Merrill coming up and kind of providing energy and being that spark. But yeah, going back to the trade deadline, if they can sell something for some young guys, I think that would be young guys who are ready for the majors or close to it. I think that'd definitely be something the Padres have to consider. But just generally, yeah, it's one of the oldest lineups in the league. I think it's like third oldest on average. A lot of these guys don't have that experience with ABS like Luis Camposano does, and you've noticed he's very aggressive with his challenges. He's a little more confident than some of these guys. But yeah, I think just the fact that they have not had a ton of experience with ABS, unlike some rebuilding teams, maybe set aside the Nationals, and it's all new to everybody. So there's a lot of variance. There's a lot of statistical noise. It's still a relatively small sample. I know it feels like every time the Padres lose a challenge, they're stupid or what are they doing, that kind of thing. But as I think they've also kind of swayed from going not aggressive enough early in the season to maybe being a little too aggressive, of late, and they've kind of overcorrected, and that's led to some mistakes. But I think it's just an adjustment period that they're going to have to get used to. And right now, it's another thing for this relatively young coaching staff too to figure out. I think, that's just another reason why when you hire a rookie manager, it's a risk, especially with a veteran lineup.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a good point that you make, and I thought Craig, listen to. I saw somebody tweet yesterday. It's incredible this team is 500 with the injuries, with as poorly as they've played. It's like a minor miracle. I think it was our buddy Christopher, and he said it's a minor miracle that they're a 500 baseball team right now. And I think I can relate. I thought, Craig's first time really sticking his foot in his mouth was Friday night when he said, you can't manage every game like a game 7. And I thought to myself, but with an all-star break coming up, you kind of can. You kind of can. These guys are going to get a break. They get paid a lot of money. We need to win these games. They're very important. I thought that was kind of his first real misstep as the skipper.
Yeah, that could be. I think in isolation, the quote really looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
Considering, it's not October, but you've only got, I think, 16 games left until the trade deadline. So every single one of these games counts if you want to be a manager managing a contending team. Jay Cronenworth, he was trying to keep him off his feet for that night, but I mean, he didn't have to, keep him in the game as a defensive replacement after, pinch hitting him. And that was a huge spot where he used Luis Rengifo instead. So yeah, maybe another learning lesson for a rookie manager.
Sure.
But yeah, it's pretty amazing that they're 500, all things considered, with their
really is.
negative 43 or whatever run differential. I still don't quite know what to make of it other than, 10% or 12% playoff chance feels pretty accurate. But, we've seen this team go on a run in the second half the last 2 years. Of course, they had more starting pitching. But, I guess we'll have to see where Pivetta and Musgrove are again.
Last thing for me, Dennis, and obviously no one knows for sure, but any thoughts from any of your athletic colleagues on how the Padres did in the draft the last couple of days? I know you have a bunch of people who kind of study that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they took a high schooler again with their top picks, so that's always harder to judge. Coleman Borthwick seems like a very interesting character. Obviously, he was the MVP of Team USA in the 18 Under World Cup, so always a lot of upside there. But yeah, I think a lot of it might depend on whether they can sign Coleman's high school teammate from the same high school, Denton Lord. If they can, get that guy. Get him to, I guess, not honor his commitment to Mississippi State. That'd probably be a coup. So it's incomplete grade for right now. I'd say just like, any draft is for several years. But it's, I guess, typical AJ Preller going for upside over the safe bet.
Dennis, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your All-Star break, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Sounds great. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
And big thanks to Hamul Casino, bringing us our Linsider every single week. I was out in that area next. Beautiful country out there, by the way. The draft, obviously, we don't know how it's going to play out for the Padres in the future, but this is where AJ has gotten all of his resources to make the trades the last few years. And now, they're looking at the guys in the last couple of years, whether it's Cash Mayfield or Cruz Schoolcraft, if they're going to trade someone, might be those draft picks from the last couple of years.
Light Tower Power, Raw Hellish Power, Kavaris Tears. Ben, I think he's been playing pretty well. He strikes out a bunch, but a lot of young players do, but he can hit the snot out of the baseball. I don't know. We were talking to our pal David J., who's the best position player, not named Ethan Salas, in the San Diego Padres system. He's having a hard time coming up with the best one. There's a couple of names, Ryan Weidman. There's a few names out there, but other teams got to want them too.
And other teams have to have more to offer if they're looking for the same things that the Padres do.
That's
right.
right.
Just making this trade deadline even more complicated for the San Diego Padres. All right, we'll come back. Final hour of Ben and Woods. We'll talk more Padres baseball. We've got some tickets to give away to Alice Cooper. All ahead on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, it's Chris Ella from
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
of Ben and Woods on a Monday, broadcasting live from our Bill House studios. We know how. Our thanks again to Dennis Lynn from The Athletic. Dennis also pointing out, as many did, Manny Machado now has a batting average that starts with a 2.
Yes. Yes.
Which is not necessarily something to brag about this late in the season, but it does blend in quite a bit better on the scoreboard. Like, you just go through and
Well,
2 doesn't stand out.
I didn't want to look up
and see 1.
Yeah, you can't look up in July and see a 1. Now the how many bombs you got? 19 bombs, 55 RBI.
All-star break.
Yeah, like that's good. That's good. I don't think anybody would have, if you had told us, 8 weeks ago he'd have that, you're like, oh, okay, he's on pace for his normal, but he's been hitting the ball well, man. Yesterday was a great day.
I don't remember if it was yesterday's game or Saturday's game, maybe yesterday's game, that Major Garrett texted us before the game, and he goes, there's only 2 players on the Padres with a batting average over 225.
It's bananas, dude.
He said, I don't know if that's ever happened in Padres history.
Bananas.
9 guys in a lineup and only 2 with a batting average over 225. Tatis was obviously one of them. I think we were trying to guess the other one. It was Ty France.
Yeah.
So the only 2. That's insanely bad. I know batting average across the league is down, but it is so far down for the Padres. I mean, you wouldn't think that Jackson Merrill could possibly hit under 225 based on what we saw from his first couple of seasons. Even a struggling second season, he looked like, this guy's going to be 260 at minimum every single year. And just so many Padres have struggled to get their average up. Even getting hot lately, it's taken 3 good weeks for Manny Machado to get above 200 at this point because he struggled so badly, especially singles-wise early in the season.
David says he's no longer the worst hitter in baseball. Jarren Duran has that distinction, which means I'm sure we'll trade for him. God, what would that look like? Holy smokes. Red Sox very much alive now, back from the dead. Have gone from, potentially selling off 80% of their team to now maybe looking to buy in the next few weeks, which is nuts.
So, Jackson Merrill's at 219. Xander Bogaerts is at 224. Manny Machado up to 203. Gavin Sheets is down to 221, even though he's reached base safely in 13 straight games.
Yeah.
He's also hitless in his last 7, so he's just been walking a bunch. Jake Cronenworth is almost to 200. Another 2 hits yesterday is up to 196. And Seungmin Song, who actually has been playing quite a bit better lately, still at just 212. And then you had Rodolfo Duran at 146. Obviously, Luis Camposano doesn't have enough at-bats to qualify, but he would be above that 225 mark because he's been legitimately pretty good, although he did strike out 3 times, I think, in his last start over the weekend. So, I mean, yeah, that's a long time into the season now at the All-Star break to see those kind of numbers as batting averages for a whole team.
Yeah, but listen, man, this is where we are a 500 baseball club at the All-Star break. Again, minor miracle that they got to 500. After some of the early season heroics, you thought, oh, could this be one of those magical teams? But the season is just too long. It's too long to withstand or to maintain that level of clutch behavior. And really, those games, like Paulie always says, like, yeah, if you win in the 9th, that means you had to come back because you were down, because your pitching, maybe faltered early. And they did that a lot. And then they didn't for a while. And it was really, really rough. Liked how they finished, but, you're a 500 ball club. You have the worst offense in baseball. You have the 3rd worst pitching in baseball. It's hard to wrap my head around, even a conversation that this could be the team. It's just hard for me to wrap my head around. I've been proven wrong many times. Would love to be proven wrong this time. But, the thing is, man, I was thinking about this driving in. It doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy what transpires. And I do think, I feel, and I see a lot of it. I think you genuinely, look, I get the Padres have had a lot of new fans over the last few years, certainly, and the fervor for this team has reached a fever pitch. But this is baseball. You have good games, you have terrible games. You have games you should have won, you got games you should have lost. You got good pitching performances on a Monday and then a terrible one on a Friday. This is the ride that is baseball. And to grind that hard to end up, at 500 at the break, listen, I do tip my cap to them for that, but I do feel like the fans expect more. I believe the city expects and deserves more. I don't know that this is the team to be able to deliver that, but I'm going to try to enjoy as much of it as I can in the second half. It's going to be a nice reset for everybody right now these next few days.
I don't know what the Padres are going to do at the trade deadline. I don't think A.J. Preller even knows what he's going to do yet at the trade deadline. I will make a prediction. I think it's going to be one of the quieter trade deadlines. Not because teams don't have areas where they need to improve. There's just not that much out there. I mean, what team is going to throw in the towel when they're within 4 games of a playoff spot? And that encompasses just about everybody in baseball. I mean, there are so few teams that actually are definitive sellers at this point. Royals, Angels, Mets. There's just not that much out there to be had, and that's going to limit. I mean, the deals that are made, you're going to probably have to overpay, and then there's just going to be nothing left. I mean, you're going to have like a handful of moves. And then I'm not sure what else is going to happen unless you do see some separation. And Dennis kind of shocked me. He said there's only 16 games left until the trade deadline because of the All-Star break. There's not a lot of time to move up or down. So I think most teams are still going to kind of be where they are right now, Woods, and that is certainly close enough to think about getting into a playoff spot. Now, the Padres are 3.5 out. That is doable. There's no doubt about it. As I said, 38 and 28, my suspicion would be that gets it done.
Yeah.
That's not world-beating baseball. It's a good stretch. But you're also 6 games out from hosting a playoff series. You don't have the tiebreaker. That would be the Cubs right now. So you're probably going to have to go on the road if you did get into that last spot. Is that worth giving up anything, to make that? Who would you play? Probably the Braves, maybe the Phillies if they end up catching the Braves in a best-of-3 wild card series. If you're the 6th seed, you're taking on the last division champion. Well, Padres did well against the Braves at Petco Park. They swept them. They did very poorly against the Phillies. They got swept in the season series. I mean, it kind of depends on who you're going to face as well in the playoffs, whether you think it's worth investing more into this team.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot. It's a giant, long Da Vinci Code, and you have to try to look into the future and see, but there's no way to predict what's going to happen. I mean, no way to predict. Guys can come out of the break. 2 pitchers get hurt for a team. It changes the whole entire calculus of what goes on. So it's hard, but you really do. It really is just one game at a time. All those dumb cliches, and I think that goes for AJ Preller. I think it goes for all the players as well. I cannot worry about what happened yesterday. It's already behind us. How do we move forward? How do we win tonight? How do we, for AJ, it's got to be, how do we win this year? How do we win the year after? How do we win the year after? This going all in every year, depleting. Hey, listen, I've been a fan of it. It's fun. It's exciting. Like, you're going for it. You can't, it's hard to rip a guy that is like, I'm trying to win a World Series, for Christ's sakes. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. But man, you get to this point and you're sitting at 500. Again, the numbers are what the numbers are. Worst, almost worst. It just doesn't make a lot of sense.
You can also hold on to prospects. You can acquire more prospects.
100%. And they can be terrible. That's the thing is I was in the chat earlier. Bro, let's say for giggles, they go, we're trading Michael King. He's gone. We got blank and blank back, couple of prospects. And we're going to get rid of Adrian Morehan. Well, we got blank, blank, and blank for him. A few prospects. What are we going to do? We're all going to go, that's not enough. Whatever it is, he really can't win. Like, I'm going to go, that wasn't enough. You got Host, you got Fleece. Now X gets Michael King and X gets Adrian Morejon, and they're going to go on a run. And here we sit with these prospects that may not do anything. Now I get the other side of that coin too. Hey, here's Ethan Salas for Seth Lugo, and you just want to die. So it's really a hard needle to thread, man. It really is.
Meanwhile, there's been some consternation as we hit the All-Star break and game tomorrow about those who are and are not participating.
Such a good point here, Glenn. I remember everyone losing their minds about Robert Hassel III, Bobby Barrels, as they called him. Bobby Barrels was in the Juan Soto trade. Bobby Barrels was just released by the Nationals. Nobody picked him up. You just never, ever, ever know.
Nationals still did all right in that deal, though.
They did. They got James Wood, C.J. Abrams. They're great. How many playoff games have they won since they got those guys?
None.
0. How many times have they been to the playoffs since they got those guys? None.
And
great players.
And they just got swept over the weekend by the Yankees and blew leads in the last inning every single time.
They are great players. And as Purple says, James Wood was the one. 100%. I couldn't agree more. He's fantastic. He's spectacular. Struck out a ton. He's He's better at that. He's hitting leadoff homers like crazy. He's an elite player.
He's not better than Juan Soto, though.
No, but he will be on another team in the next couple of years. They're not going to be able to afford him, and he's tearing it up right now. So they're going to be exploring. Now, what can you send them for James Wood? That's something I'd be interested in talking about. But James Wood will not finish his career in a Nationals uniform, would be my guess.
He will be at the All-Star game this week, as will Juan Soto, as will C.J. Abrams. But one person who will not is Shohei Ohtani, who announced over the weekend that he was dropping out of all All-Star game participation due to a knee injury. He's going to get a fluid drain from his knee and thus will not. First of all, they thought it wasn't just going to pitch, but now he's not going to be there at all. Or is he going to go and just not play? I'm not sure.
I don't think he's going to show up. This is what I saw. He's going to have
a no-show.
He's going to have an intervention, not for his gambling proclivities, for his knee, an intervention on his knee. Okay, fine. We are getting a few guys backing out here. Jacob Mizorowski, I think, is not going to throw. He's not going to. I don't think he's.
They held him out. He was supposed to start yesterday. Yeah. They held him out to get him some extra rest.
But
as well.
Is he going to go and like wave his hat as an all-star? I'm not sure. But I don't think Shohei will. And I thought, man, that's weird. Like baseball has bent for Shohei Ohtani. There's no question, and for good reason. He's a unicorn. Don't you think he should show up and take an AB? One AB? No, am I completely out of pocket? I realize I'm biased, but am I out of pocket for thinking, bro, they let you defer $700 million. You're not going to have to pay taxes on, there's tax implications there. They let you do that. They've created a rule for you, that you can hit, pitch, do whatever you want. You are the unicorn face of baseball worldwide, not just here in the States, worldwide. You can't go give me one AB. I'm not saying you got to be in the home run derby or anything like that, but you got to go lead that game off, right?
I mean, have we reached the point where most players who get voted in or chosen for the All-Star game would rather not go and play?
I think so.
I mean, is that where we are?
Is that where we're getting to? Which sucks.
Is there any point in having that game anymore if no one wants to actually be there? And it's almost considered like a downer. Oh, I'm losing half my All-Star break to have to go play in the All-Star game when I'd rather be resting up for the second half of the season.
I mean, nobody likes to miss a vacation that, like you think Mason Miller's bummed? I don't know. I think for younger players, it's a big deal, but
I mean, it used to really be special. Getting
it really
introduced
did
along the baselines.
It really did.
Being there with all the other top stars. I hope there are still some guys who feel that way and don't just show up because they feel like they have to or they're supposed to. But I don't really know anymore if people treat the All-Star game as the honor that it used to be, at least.
Yeah, like K-Law says, well, he's got to go drain his knee. Yeah, I mean, it's a very simple procedure. It takes 5 minutes. I've had it done. You're good. You're showing up. You can go be the face of global baseball, which is what he is. No question. Go up, lead that game off, or come up in the top of the first inning. Call it a day. That's all you got to do. The guys have done that forever. 1 AB and they're out. They're literally like, I'm going on my vacation now. I'm not hanging out in the dugout. It happens all the time.
Well, in the case of Shohei as well, get your knee drained on Wednesday. And if you have to sit out the first, 3 or 4 games after the All-Star break to let it
the Dodgers are fine.
Heal, the Dodgers will be okay. There's no reason why he has to be
it's not an elbow
back as soon
what I mean?
as possible.
I don't know. He's not the only one. He's not the only one.
What about Zach Wheeler? So
I like Zach Wheeler.
He made a big deal about thinking he should be invited.
He got
invited and then turned down the invitation as some sort of insult. Didn't want to be someone's second or third or
like fifth
choice.
Okay, if it's I totally understand where he's coming from. You disagree. You think that once they said, hey, okay, actually you are invited, he should have been like, hell yeah, I'm in, because I wanted to be an all-star. But I think he wanted it on merit. He didn't want it. He did not want to be the 5th choice, and he shouldn't have been. And he should have been on merit.
I think I'd like to know then, Zach, which players do you think didn't deserve to be there? Because
that's not fair.
Because if you're there, you're taking the spot away from someone else. Who is it? Based on the rules, because everyone has to be represented by at least one player. You tell me which player didn't deserve to be there.
The onus is not on him, though.
It's not, but that's what he's saying, that if you didn't choose me, I'm insulted. So you're implying that someone is there that doesn't deserve to be there.
So a girl, you're at a Sadie Hawkins dance, and she asks him to dance, and he says no, then him, then him, then him, then him. You're like, I'm just lucky to be here. Yes, I will accept this dance. I don't know, man. I don't really want to be anybody's fifth choice either. And we're talking fifth. Like he was like we tried, hey man, we tried 4 other guys.
Well, I don't, and it's not necessarily a knock on his performance, which was good. He's 10-1, got a great ERA, but he started, when did he first start pitching? In May, right? He missed the first month plus of the season. Now he's been red hot since, but I'm sure that was part of the equation. It wasn't necessarily you haven't been good enough.
This dude is 10-1 with a 213.
Right.
His whip is .89.
He missed the first month and a half of the season.
He's an all-star. He's an all-star.
And he was asked to be an all-star.
He said, I'm not going to be disrespected. I thought it was standing on business, and I like that. I like when people stand on business. You like when people kowtow to the corporate overlords.
I think everyone, if you're a baseball player, you realize, hey, the All-Star game selection rules are a little funky.
They are.
And not everyone can be in on the first choice. So they have to get that done. And then, of course, there's going to be guys who then are added to the roster. You're still full-time all-stars. It goes on the back of your baseball card.
Yep.
You were an all-star. Why would you turn that down?
I don't know. I really,
your Wikipedia page, you get a whole nother all-star game selection in there, but he said no, so he's not.
No, I mean, I think the fifth choice was a little bit ridiculous for Zach Wheeler. And I totally understand his perspective on it. I'm more focused on why some of the game's biggest superstars are opting out. We're going to turn this thing into the NBA All-Star game, which has never really meant anything. The Midsummer Classic always meant something. And I'm not saying you have to play for home field advantage or anything like that, but I do think you have too many guys, in my opinion, opting out. And I understand it's a long season. You make a lot of money. Teams are probably not super bummed when their superstar that makes it in. Like Dave Roberts isn't, hey, Shohei, you might want to rethink this. No, God, no. He's going to get his knee drained, and then he's going to relax. He's got a new kid. He's going to hang out with his kids. I totally understand that. I do think the responsibility is different when you are the literal face of global baseball, the face of it. The Dodgers make so much money. Major League Baseball makes so much money.
I mean, Shohei can impact the ratings from this game in Japan all by himself.
And the funny thing is, he's probably going to impact the ratings of this game in a positive manner by not even being there, because that's what they're going to talk about the whole time anyway. So he's not catching a lot of blowback for it because, well, he's Elvis. Elvis didn't get a lot of blowback. Elvis kind of did what he wanted to do, right? So I don't know. I think, people across the world wanted to see Shohei Ohtani take an AB. I'm not talking home run derby or anything like that. It's going to put him at risk. Go in, take an AB, and then you're good. Then you're on vacation.
We've got to take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to give away those Alice Cooper tickets coming to San Diego in November. And Kyle says he's got a tidbit for our first World Cup report. We got a new feature this week, the World Cup report. Kyle's got a tidbit for us that he's going to add.
A Kyle tidbit?
Yes, his first one of the show of the week.
Love it.
So we'll find out what that is coming up next with Bennett Woods on 97.3 The Fan. First, though, tell you about SDFatLoss.com. It's the program I use to lose 40 pounds in 60 days. And I did it by eating real food from the grocery store. Woods and I were talking earlier about eating healthy. Certainly was able to do it for 2 months, and seeing the results, that was huge. Stepping on the scale, seeing up to a pound of fat come off every single day, 10 to 20% of your body weight in 60 days, just makes a huge difference. Great support from the SDFatLoss.com team, my counselor. Anytime you felt like, hey, it's been like 3 days, I've only lost half a pound, what's going on? They can make little adjustments, help you out with whatever's not working, and then you get right back on track, and the weight just keeps coming off. And they're doing it without the GLP-1 injections. And I think it's important to remember that you take the injections. It can suppress your appetite, yes, but you're also probably going to lose some muscle, not just fat. That's going to lower your metabolism, actually make it harder to keep the weight off. With SDFatLoss.com, it's a program designed to be sustained, to be maintained. I've kept my weight off for 3 years, still going strong. You can as well. And when you sign up for the program right now, take $200 off from 97.3 The Fan for our summer special at SDFatLoss.com. Absolutely free consultation at SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. I believe when we started, there was 104 games to be played in the World Cup. We are down to 4.
Wow, man.
3 really meaningful. 2 semifinals and a final. I think there's also a third place game on Saturday. But we got 2 coming up in the next 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday. And our World Cup report is brought to you by Harris SoCal. Catch the final on July 19th at the First Down Sports Bar or join their massive ticketed event at the Event Center. Don't just watch history, be part of it in Funner, California. So, we found out over the weekend that the Final Four is a pretty elite grouping with Spain and France advancing to meet in one semifinal, and then England and defending champion Argentina meeting in the other semifinal on Wednesday.
Well, I've been waiting with bated breath for Kyle's World Cup tidbit, my friend.
Well,
lay it on us.
I'll lay it on you. All right. So if you didn't know, these teams and nations are ranked. So Argentina is ranked number 1 because they won last time. Number 2 is Spain. Number 3 is France. And number 4 is England. All 4 of these nations are former World Cup champions. The tournament marks only the 3rd time in history that every single semifinalist has previously won, the other 2 times being 1970 and 1990.
This would be like 4 number 1 seeds
Yes.
making it to the Final Four
Pretty
of the
much.
NCAA tournament.
Pretty much. And since the FIFA World Ranking was established in 1992, never before have the exact top 4 ranked nations reached the semifinals. It's the first time in World Cup history that it's happened.
That is an excellent tidbit.
Thank you.
Kyle, for your first tidbit on the radio.
Appreciate it.
Very solid.
Very solid.
Very solid information. Who are you cheering for? Do you have a rooting interest? Are you going to go with England? 'Cause
Probably.
You went to England.
I'm going with France.
You're going with, I think
Yes.
France is going to win, but I'm rooting for England. I
France just seems so good.
Yes, they do.
But when you have these teams left and they all have star players, it does feel like, hey, if any of those stars have just a huge day,
Sure.
that's going to be the difference in the game. You telling me Messi can't one more time
Right.
just have an have a hat trick against England and get Argentina back to the finals? He absolutely could. I don't know. It feels like England is always doomed for disappointment in these things. Maybe the semifinal is as far as they get, or maybe maybe they are the better team and they're going to cruise into a final against England against France would be quite the historic matchup between those two countries.
Yeah, I am of English descent. That's where my family comes from, England. So I think I have to at this point, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
My dad lives in France. So
your dad lives in France right now?
Yes,
Whereabouts?
Currently, Bordeaux.
Bordeaux.
Yes. Dual
Is
citizen.
he an alcoholic? Why?
No.
That's crazy. Moved to Bordeaux. So what is he doing there?
Did he abandon you like Paul's dad abandoned him?
Yeah, and my birth father. You know how it goes. Go ahead.
No.
Okay.
No.
What's he doing there?
He went there for equestrian work, so he works on horses. And
Really?
Yeah.
Like a trainer?
Of sorts, yeah.
Like racing or jumping or dressage?
More like
or
training.
Training horses.
Training.
Okay.
That's a cool job.
Yeah.
Horse trainer, like extraordinaire.
To the French stars.
Yes. Oh, I'm interested in knowing more about Kyle's father. Very much so. Like you can see the wheels spinning in my head.
You just want an invitation to go to France.
I do. I love
Possibly
France
at some point. Drink red wine.
Yeah, Purple says Kyle just casually dropping fascinating facts as the show nears its end. He's a lot like Ben in that respect. He'll bring out some of his best
Kyle,
material.
Rest assured, by the end of the week,
we'll know everything about you.
Much more than you wanted to be known throughout San Diego about you. It's just unavoidable.
That's true.
When you're sitting in a room with Woods,
that's true.
Hours a day,
pull it out of you, my friend.
He just has a way about him.
I'm so
gets this stuff out there.
I'm so fascinated. He didn't move there. He's just there, or
he moved there. He moved there about
unbelievable.
I'd say like 8 years ago.
Have you gone to visit him in France?
I haven't.
You haven't been.
It's expensive.
Yeah, well,
and
obviously.
Like Woods alluded to earlier,
part-time radio producing isn't
really,
paying the bills.
Yeah.
I get it. Do you have another gig, by the way?
No.
This is it.
No, this is it for now.
Elaine, your girlfriend of
Correct.
8 years.
Yes.
Supporting this is a lot like me and mine when actually no, it went the other way, but the support that I got, when people were telling me just walk away, and my now wife wouldn't let me quit. She would not refuse to let me walk away because I was close. I was this close. And
ready to go back to selling inspirational posters out of the trunk.
Selling anything, just out entirely. So that's really that's good. Yeah. So Elaine, is she supportive of your dreams?
Most definitely.
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
I'm kind of an employee journeyman. I've had my hand in a lot of different places.
Pies, as it were.
Yes, exactly.
What are some of your other gigs that you've had, Kyle?
I used to work at a hotel before this.
Like front desk or?
I moved up the ranks. So yes, it started at front desk and moved up the ranks. And then before then it was like United, so airline.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
In-N-Out, fast food.
Okay.
Jersey Mike's, fast food.
My son worked at Jersey Mike's as well for a time.
So that's about it for the last handful of years, 5 years.
But again, he's chosen this.
Right.
Stick with it, bud. That's all I can tell you.
Feel like
stick with it.
No, I mean, if it's your passion. I've never worked a day in my life because I like what I do.
No, but you've also literally never worked a day in your life. You've never had a job outside of this.
Exactly right.
You've never, Kyle, he has never put a resume together. Mm-mm. He has never gone on a job interview, essentially.
Well, I mean, we had the one with Adam that I showed up late for because I went to the wrong spot, but I felt like we already had that one
in the bag.
So
yeah, mostly because Paul and I were there on time. He's never put together a resume. You've never had to hire a recruiter.
No, not really.
Just a charmed life. I mean, the slog that is out there for people trying to find a job is absolutely insane. Maybe I shouldn't complain about mine so much. I'm so happy to be here. Kyle, glad you're here, buddy.
All right. If you'd like to hear more from Kyle, you can call him right now and win some tickets to Alice Cooper. Be the fourth caller at 833-288-0973. It's our first pair of tickets we're giving away. Alice Cooper at the Cal Coast Credit Union Amphitheater on November 17th. Tickets are now on sale at Ticketmaster.com. School is out for summer. And Alice Cooper is coming to San Diego in November. Please tell me that I got that right.
Oh, no. That's
not
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
School's out?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
That's
okay. It was
Cooper.
Alice Cooper?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, call now, 833-288-0973. We'll come back.
Is this really your Elaine in our chat, or is that a different Elaine? Somebody playing Elaine. Is that her?
Let me check. Yep, that's her.
Let's go. I love it.
She
Checking
says
in
he's
on
always
you.
impressed by his sports knowledge.
All right, Elaine, I'm going to need you to call in tomorrow.
That's my line.
Yeah, we're going to get you, going to put you on the hot seat here.
Outstanding.
Oh,
All right, we'll come back, wrap things up. We got an MLB reach around we might get to as well. All coming up with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. Don't go away.
Oh, but first, let me tell all of you people out there listening that if you own your own business, you've got more than 25 employees under your employ. If you are the CFO, if you're the HR manager, and you need a change potentially, wanted to recommend Super Sure Insurance to all of you. They are a one-stop platform, if you will. But check them out today. They will take good care of you. And, a lot of times when you do buy that policy, that guy disappears at the end. Hey, listen, thanks for the sale and I'll be on my way. But the gaps in your business, the risk involved, that does not change. You can employ their tools, their year-round support. They've got the fine print facts, which translates your current policy into plain English. You can see what's covered and what's not. They got the BVC, the business value calculator. You can estimate what your business is worth. You know what actually needs protecting. Again, Supersure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
guests on Ben and Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking, it's better. Tomorrow, we will have a pair of special guests in studio, and I trust that Woods will know more about them than I do after working with them for several years at Channel 10, because I don't get information out of people the way that you do. So we will have two of my colleagues, Tali Latoy and Ava Kirshner, are both coming in and going to join us for the entirety, I believe, of the program.
The whole
tomorrow.
show?
The whole show.
You're joking.
I think they wanted, I said, how long do you want to be there? And they said, we will be there at 6 a.m., bright and early.
Oh, my
and
God.
ready to contribute.
All right. Oh, boy.
It's All-Star Week. We're going to have a little bit of fun.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Can learn more about two of my colleagues at work, though.
I want to know more about you at work. That's
You
what
can
I
also
want to
ask
know
them about me
That's
at
what I
work.
want to know about. That's interesting. Okay.
It will be interesting.
Are you bringing them any coffee or bagel? Are we going to do anything to spice up their arrival?
I can certainly offer.
Don't offer, just do.
Well, I mean, there's not a lot of places that are open before
we
get to the show.
Bring in a big sack of sausage McMuffins. Here, ladies, enjoy. I don't know. We should get them. I can
get them coffee. Yeah.
Coffee or something.
Yeah. I'll take their coffee orders at work today when I see them.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Just keep it a little different during the All-Star break. Don't have games this week.
Yeah, we're just going to chill.
We'll talk about the home run derby.
Yep.
I'm sure
Who do you got
something
tonight,
will
by the way?
happen.
We got to make our picks.
Schwarber, right?
Yeah, Schwarber, right? Okay.
The odds-on favorite in front of the home crowd. Maybe that'll be too much for him, but he doesn't feel like someone who's going to wilt under that pressure.
I don't think so either.
Now, the format's different. So first round, all 8 players get 20 swings.
Okay.
And then the top 4 advance. And then in the second round, it's matched up 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, head to head, and they each get 15 swings. And then the winners move on to the final round.
Murakami's in it? Okay.
Head to head.
Okay. Man, Ben Rice is a good pick, too. I'm taking Junior. Give me Junior. I'll take
Kevin
Junior.
Arrow. I think that's a really good selection.
I'll take Junior.
Bryce Harper is, I mean, would it shock anybody if he rose to the moment in front of the home fans?
Absolutely.
You know, he
not.
wants to win.
Oh, big time.
In front of the home fans, probably more than anybody wants to win. I think Kyle Schwarber would be more great if I win, but if I don't, it's not going to ruin him.
Schwarber hits the longest.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't wait for this. I love the home run derby. I do. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's so great because, hitting home runs is really hard. Even if they throw it slowing down the middle, it's still really hard.
I do think the new format is going to be less taxing on the players. Where they don't have to swing. Did you see who Bryce Harper is having throw?
Is his dad?
To him. No. He's gone strategic, and he has asked Dino Ebel of the Dodgers.
I did see that.
Because Dino Ebel has thrown like 2 or 3 champions before. He's a good batting practice pitcher. So
really wants to
Bryce
win
is going to go like, all right, I'm going with the best.
Is that weird? Is that weird? I think so, too.
Now, obviously, Dave brings his whole staff, so he's there already. It's not like he flew him out on
right.
special flight just so he could throw batting
and there's
practice,
no Dodgers in it.
No Dodgers in the home run derby, so Dino Abel can't be like, you're helping out a Philly against us. So
like Freddie Freeman's in it and somebody else is throwing to him. No, I'm excited. It's on Netflix.
Is that where it is?
Yeah,
tonight? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay. No, I'm excited.
Right.
That should be fun.
All right. Before we do anything else, though, let's get to our final MLB reach around of the first half of the season. They're doing the reach around. They're doing the reach around. Everybody's doing the reach around. All right, wrapping up the first half, and the Arizona Diamondbacks go into the break on a high note. They sweep the LA Dodgers 5-3 yesterday's final. First time they've swept the Dodgers in LA since 2017, and they needed it just as badly as the Padres needed a good series as well. They actually are a game ahead of the Padres going into the All-Star break.
Thanks a lot, Dodgers. We needed you to win those games.
Exactly. Finally, I feel like it's part of their strategy. Like anything that can hurt the Padres, we'll just roll over this weekend.
God.
Dave Roberts said after the game, Diamondbacks just wanted it more than we did.
Totally.
We did not play good baseball, sloppy. He kind of threw his team under the bus, but it's not going to hurt him because it never does. Giants beat the Rockies 3-1. They rally in the 8th to take 3 of 4 in that series. Pirates complete a sweep of the second best team in the National League, the Milwaukee Brewers, getting a 10-run fourth inning to support Paul Skeens in a 14-5 win over the Milwaukee Brewers. Orioles over the Royals 8-2. Baltimore completing the sweep. It's the 9th time Kansas City was swept in the first half of the season. Of course, that's who the Padres will open the second half against on Friday with a 3-game series in Kansas City.
I really had them making some noise this year in Kansas City. I really did.
Pasquantino, Bobby Witt,
Jack Caglione.
Jack Caglione.
You know, it has not materialized for them.
Decent pitching with Seth Lugo. Michael Wacha's an all-star. You had Ryan Bergert and who else did we trade over? Stephen Kolek.
One of them's hurt. I think it's Berger.
Yeah, it has not worked out for him this year, though. The Yankees needed this badly. They rallied late all 3 times over the weekend in the 8th inning or later to sweep the Nationals. They did it yesterday with a 5-3 win. The Red Sox finished red hot in the first half. Their 9th straight win, all on the road. A 9-0 road trip as they finished with a 3-2 10-inning win over the New York Mets. The Cubs beat the Reds 8-4, a 4-run 7th, including a Bregman 3-run home run to win that series. Guardians slow down the Marlins. Marlins have been red hot, and then they get swept by Cleveland at home over the weekend. Joey Cantillo had a nice first half, speaking of former Padres. 8-4 with a 3.56 ERA. Got the win yesterday for Cleveland. Phillies shut out the Tigers 5-0. Non-all-star Zach Wheeler, 6 shutout innings, 10 strikeouts, just 2 hits and 2 walks to improve to 10-1 on the season. Mariners snapped a 5-game losing streak with an 8-2 win over the Rays. Randy Arozarena with a 3-run shot. Twins are currently tied for the final playoff spot in the American League. That's a surprise to a lot of people. They beat the Angels 4-2 to win that series. The White Sox bounced back from a tough week to sweep the A's with a 9-1 win. They held the A's to just 2 runs in the 3-game series. Braves over the Cardinals 4-3. A error in the 9th on St. Louis scored the winning run for Atlanta as they were just avoiding the sweep. And how about the Texas Rangers go into the first half All-Star break in first place in the AL West as they beat the Astros 6-5 on a Ben Nimmo walk-off single in the bottom of the 9th inning. Brandon Nimmo, not Ben Nimmo.
You're Ben.
Right, Brandon Nimmo. I knew a guy in college who was named Ben Nimmo. That's where I got that from.
You're Ben Higgins.
Brandon Nimmo.
He's Brandon Nimmo.
I knew a Ben Nimmo in college.
I'm Steven Woods. This is Brandon Higgins over here. Ben Nimmo.
Does that ever happen to you? You know a guy with a name in the past and you can't get it out of your head?
Yeah. My friend Rock Chalewski is one of
Rob
them.
Manfred's good friend Rock Chalewski just couldn't get the name out of his head.
Thanks for that reach around, buddy.
You're welcome.
Thought it would take longer. Now we have to riff for 5 minutes. Spin the topic wheel, Kyle. Paulie, show you where the topic wheel is.
I know.
All right.
Ah, he does. He knows. He's well prepared.
Very well prepared.
You know what? Everything is played on time.
Yeah.
I think it's been a pretty good job by Kyle in his first full day here, filling in for Paulie.
All right. You're good. Take your time. Yep, there it is. Nailed it. Not yet.
What's something that feels more difficult now than it used to?
Asking a couple of 50-year-old guys that.
Jesus, dude. What feels more difficult now than it used to? Hangovers, way worse. I mean, it's 99% of the reason that I just don't imbibe at all. Because I've never been one to be able to imbibe casually. And so I don't even start because the hangovers are so bad at 50. They were bad at 40. They are excruciating at 50. They're 3 to 4 day. It knocks me out for a whole week if I have 4 beers. So that's one.
I mean, anything physical tends to be harder, but I've noticed in particular walking up a lot of stairs. Just
walking in general is tough for you.
Walking is always difficult for me, but it's the big staircases. It's like, come on, it's just so much harder than it used to be.
What about you, Kyle? What's
I've been
harder
called
for you?
out for getting up and sitting down like an old man. You know, the grunts. Yes.
Oh, getting out of the getting into and out of the car.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's such an ordeal.
Well, I got this big truck now, so I got to get up into it.
You got to get up. I sometimes have to get down is worse than getting up.
Yeah, that's bad. You guys should have seen me on the plane after a It's 14-hour day, man. I kept looking at the little plane that with the line showing you how close. I'm like, all right, don't look, do not look. It was an hour and 12 minutes. Don't look. It's got to be 40. I got to be 15 minutes away. I'd look. Hour and 6 minutes, and I would just go, oh, and I would stand up on the plane. I had the whole row to myself, thank God. But even standing up on the plane after that long of a day almost killed me.
I have this weird thing where I'm okay getting in on the driver's side, but if I have to try to get in on the passenger side of the car and
it's doing the other contortion,
I just I hit my head. It takes me forever. I cannot figure out how to bend in the appropriate way to get into the passenger side of a vehicle anymore.
Kyle, pretty much anytime I have to reach for anything, it just sucks, dude. I saw a great
tying your shoes.
Oh yeah, I saw a great quote from Mick Jagger recently. They asked him about, getting older, and he's like, "There's nothing beneficial." He said, "You hear, you get all this wisdom." He goes, I don't have any more wisdom. I forget everything. I don't remember anything. He goes, that's the opposite of wisdom. I'm not having fun. I hate every second.
Do they have more new music coming out?
Yeah, it's good too.
It is.
I listened to some of it. The new Rolling Stones, dare I say, is pretty damn good. They're 80 years old. I'm like, what? And they're still touring and stuff. He also said, he goes, I don't want to do like a residency. I don't want to be in the same place. I don't want to do 20 nights in
Stones
Vegas
at the Sphere.
No, he wants to. He wants to tour.
Let's keep
You're
going.
80 years old, dude, but they sound pretty good, man. They sound really good.
He doesn't look 80.
I mean, he looks 74,
but he has for a long time.
Yeah, he looked like he was in his 70s since the 80s. So Keith Richards is the same. Like, I don't know what they're doing.
They've had work done, right?
Oh yeah. Well, Keith gets his blood replaced like every 6 months or something. Like they take it out and put new blood in.
Whose blood?
Other healthier, younger people.
Does that really work?
Oh yeah, it's a thing.
You haven't done that yet?
I haven't done it yet.
But it's coming.
If I had the money, I would do it.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
A complete
I'd like
transfusion.
I'd like to slow all of this down.
New blood.
Yeah.
I've never understood how that worked because I know I've read that your cells all die and are regenerated. Like your whole body is like a totally different body, but you're the same person.
Yes.
Even though all your cells are different. Or are you a completely different person than you were?
You know how to tap dance or something. All of a sudden, like your golf swing improves. I have no idea. But I know if it's good enough for them and it's kept them pumping, it's good enough for me.
All right. When we come back tomorrow, our special guests, Ava and Tali, will be in studio. We'll have a whole nother day of Kyle. And we'll have an all-star game to get ready for and a home run derby to talk about as well. That's it for the Monday edition of Ben and Woods. Thank you to our producer for the day, Kyle Ovenshire. For Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Braden and Frank coming up next with more Padres talk right here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.